Alright, welcome back. So, man, I shut the last stream off about 5 minutes too early. That really sucked. After I seen, because the town that we went through, that was sweet. I can't believe how long it took to get loaded. I seriously thought this would have been a lot quicker than this. I hate pulling the stream straight up with the cover over it like that, but I don't think there's going to be anywhere to stop. Once I get rolling. So this is the way I got to do it. So just bear with me on the screen. It shouldn't last as long as it did the other morning. It shouldn't last that long. It's really unfortunate though, man. I was hoping to have some daylight because of the route that we're going to be driving. It just looks like a good daylight. It would look like it would have been a good daylight run. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Hello everybody, hello. I don't have my chat reader on, but hello. Let's see if I can get that chat reader on right quick. We'll have screen up in just a minute.
Said hello everyone from Tai, Georgia, USA, live in the United States.
Tai, Georgia. We've been through there.
Said much improved image. Keith Rose. Said hi Desert Red. Carol Peck. Said you scream loud. Scared me.
Dang it.
Bio BT. Said howdy D-Red. Hugo. Said hi. Lori G. Said hi D-Red. Michael Barrett. Said wow. Belly. NY small top.
What? Am I heading over the hill to get to 88s? I don't think so. I don't think so. Dang it, Prime. You run over something over there. Might have just been a hole.
Lori G. said, hi, Texas lady. Kenwood 709 said, hey, Lori G. Texas lady said, LOL, a desert rat, I bet her arms are tired.
Man.
G bro said, scream. Hugo said, scream. Desert rat said, gotta be. WYOBT said, hiya, Bobby Jeetsy.
Jeetsy. How y'all doing today? I think, I'm not sure about this. Oh, Lord, now I seen what Prime run over. I forgot about that. Dang.
Mac Daddy said, pre-recorded live starring Meg. Kenwood 709 said, hey, Bobby and Sass.
Hello, Sass.
Tom Kearney
Savs.
said, yeah,
Sass.
that's Meg right there.
I remember that one coming in.
Said Sass. 7-9 said, yeah. D. Michaels said, Bobby, a trucker stopped at a Love's and bought a scratch ticket, won $1 million on it.
Seriously?
Kenwood 709
Wow.
said, thanks. Jackie T said, dang, LOL.
Must be
Amber
nice.
said, Rudy Roo. Texas lady
For
said,
real.
must
I don't know where a truck stop is to weigh it, and I figure by the time we get to a truck stop, we'll probably be pretty close to the delivery. It's 163 miles to the delivery.
Rick said, somebody in Ernie Stream 170.000.
70,000?
23 Canada 42
Wow.
said, number 53.
Number
McGill
53,
3
let's go.
said, how's your evening going?
It's going all right. It took them a little longer than I felt like it should have. RLT, how you doing?
Said, this could have been a 34-hour restart. Once he said, hey, Bobby.
Yeah, it could have been. Scoot, how you doing?
Rick said, Bobby on one.
Well, I would have, let's see, 8 hours. Had 8 hours
John
left
123 Canada 42
on my 34 when I
said, hey, Bobby.
John hated when I started out today.
Said, John the first show number 53 LOL. G bro said, did y'all remember to smash that like button?
Apparently the dang speed limit's 55 on this road, but I don't think I'm gonna be running 55.
Ron Dolan said, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ron. How you doing?
Jamie Nova
Turn some heat
said, I
up.
keep catching the night stream. Hey, Bobby. Hey, gang.
Jamie, how you doing? Well, this is a
Lori
second
G
stream today.
said, hi, Bear. Heart hands.
I really figured that it would. I figured that we would have been loaded, you know, at least an hour ago.
John 123 Canada 42 said, hey, really, it's a proc scuba. I was C 53. Lori CO said, hey, Bobby. Hey, everyone.
Lori, see how you
D.
doing?
Michaels said, trucker bought the ticket at a Love's in Virginia.
Loves in
Once for
Virginia,
Brittany
dang it.
said, WYO, let's go smiling face with 3 hearts, people hugging. Amber said, hello, Lori G. Heart hands.
100 people in here. Let's get to smashing
Said,
that
good road to
thumb.
flock a deer or bear on. G. Bro
Right.
said, hi, Jamie Nova. WYOBT said, scuba light blue heart hands. Jamie Nova said, well, this is my first stream today.
her stream today? Can't find
Lori
that.
G. Said hi Ron. G Bro. Said hi Lori CO. Jamie Nova. Said hi G Bro. WYOBT. Said Amber Jeetsy. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Amber Lori CG.
Man, I was over on
Lori
Kenwood's
G.
stream earlier today. He
Said
had
hi,
like
Lori
200
C.
people in there.
Hugging. Jamie Nova. Said hello Lori.
He's turning into a superstar.
Said Lori. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Kenwood. Lori CO. Said Bobby how are you? Good to see you. I'm not doing good. Jeetsy all.
I've been doing all
Jamie
right.
Nova. Said hi Bearer. Lori CO. Said Lori G people hugging. Lori G. Said hi Jamie. D Michaels. Said I wonder if he quit and left his truck there got a limo home LOL.
For $1 million, probably not.
123 Canada 42.
I don't know, maybe
Said
though.
hey desert. One scuba dude. Said hello Lori people hugging smiling face with 3 hearts. Amber. Said you as well WYOBT. Cindy Miwu. Said WB Bobby. Lori G.
Thank you, Cindy.
Said hi John 123. Desert Rat. Said howdy. Lori C.
Howdy, partner.
Said scuba people hugging smiling face with 3 hearts. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey WYOBT. Amber. Said John 123 and pink waving. WYOBT. Said hi to John. Kenwood 709. Said hey John 123 Canada it says. Lori CO. Said Amber and Rat. Lori G. Said hey scuba. People hugging. Amber. Said Jamie Nova hi biscuit. Desert Rat. Said howdy. One scuba dude. Said hi Amber smiling face with 3 hearts people hugging. WYOBT. Said that's awesome for Kenwood. G Bro.
Yeah, he had a lot of people in there earlier today.
Jamie Nova. Said hi Bert. Lori CO. Said Kenwood. Rick. Said I was keeping Tony company waiting for you. Amber.
Yeah, I popped over to Tony's
Said
too.
Lori C. Rick. Said hi Amber. Nick Parker. Said yo what's up?
What's up, man?
Kenwood 709. Said hey Lori CO it says.
It's Sam's, it's not Kenwood.
Said scuba dude. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Jamie Nick.
Welcome to
Amber.
Hamden.
Said Nick.
Hamden.
CW Sharp. Said 75 likes in 12 minutes. Lori
75
CO.
likes, let's
Said
go.
Saps hey there Jeetsy all. G Bro. Said wow it's like we haven't seen each other for 3 days. One scuba dude. Said hey Rick Kenwood G Bro. John 123 Canada 42.
Man, I wish it had
Said
been
nice
daylight.
Ken. D Michaels. Said
If
hey
wishes
Amber, scuba,
was
Kenwood,
fishes,
Desert Rat, Nick, John
the world
123,
would be
Winco.
ocean.
G Bro. Said
Dang.
hi one scuba dude. Akagweko. Said Maganda Umanga. Jamie Nova.
Hello.
Said yo Nick hi John. John 123 Canada 42. Said didn't know. Rick. Said hi scuba. Duck go fast. Said is Meg doing her best Dr. Evil impression when she says $1 million? Lori G. Said Jeetsy scuba. People hugging. Patty Rowe. Said hello.
Hello, Patty.
Said good evening.
Welcome back.
One scuba dude.
Cobweb
Said
boat.
hello
How you
to
doing?
Duck. WYOBT.
I think it's a cobweb boat.
Said 82 keep it coming. Lori CO. Said Jamie Nova. Rockin' and slotted. Said 81 likes.
You're rocking in a slot
Kenwood
paint.
709. Said hey hey. Lori G. Said hi D. Texas lady. Said pretty little town.
Yeah.
John 123 Canada 42. Said hey Rocket.
Dang, there was a place to pull off right there.
Said hi D my babe
I
on
probably
American
should have pulled
Idol
off right there.
cruise. You have a babe yet? Alice Usher. Said hi Bobby.
Hello, Alice.
Magnetic Connection and Johnny BK20. Said rolling again. Night drive.
Magnetic Connections, how you doing? Yeah, this is going to be a complete night
Said
drive
we had
tonight.
some nice scenery this morning.
It was nice.
Rockin' and slotted.
This would have been nice
Said
too
hey,
had it
y'all.
still been live.
Jamie Nova. Said hi Texas lady.
is
Said
pretty.
very
Upstate New
pretty.
York
This
is.
time of year is especially nice. John 123.
I wished I had let the stream
Said
roll
blue
for
sky at the moment.
5 extra minutes
Jean Bro.
earlier today.
Said hi Amber. Jean C. Rodkin and Sladen. Said Relenty from American Idol days is Jane Sturman and Nate Pecknate now fronts the band Firehouse. D. Likewise.
Because what happened was
Said on voice, there is a girl from my city Toledo on American Idol.
I shut it off
that was
right
playing
before we
along
got into town,
Patty Road.
and I still had a few
Said hi,
miles to
Humphrey.
go.
Once good.
I didn't realize.
Said Lori, great to see you. Alice Usher.
Oh,
Said
my-
hi John.
My eyes, I think, are blinking
Said
together
hello,
right
Bobby.
now.
Hope things are good for you.
It's going pretty
Duck,
good.
duck, go
Going
fast.
pretty good. I mean, it took
Said
them
my
longer
neighbor
than
from American Idol is
I
a
wanted
nice ruffle from an American PD.
to get
Once
loaded,
good.
but
Said hi Joe. Lori
I ain't
P.
really going to have any time
Said
for
hi,
stops
Joe
because I
Small.
think
Aaron. Said heading down south to the land of the pine seed, thumbing my way into North Carolina, string up the road and pray to God I see headlights.
I was supposed to text them and tell them I was going.
Said Ace Kubani. Lori C.O.
What time is it? 8
Said I
o'clock.
made some short-cut Alfredo sauce and pasta. Alice Usher.
I had some noodles.
Said hi Texas lady. Getting jiggy with it.
Get
Said I'm from
jiggy.
Bureau Park, NY, outside of Troy. Kenwood 709.
Welcome to the Ride-Along Gang.
Said
Get
Lori
jiggy with it.
COI. Texas lady. Said hello at Alice Usher. Lori G.
Seems like maybe I've heard your name before, but I'm
Lori
not
C.
sure.
Duck, duck, go fast. Said upstate New York should be its own state since it's so different from the urban area.
I know, right?
Joe Smo. Said Lori G. King of Fix 7. Said hello everybody.
King of Pigs,
John
how you doing?
123 Canada 42. Said hey Joe. Lori G. Said Texas Lady Jeansy. Lori C.O. Said Lori G. It is good. Apaguapo. Said Al Guapo. Means I am handsome on Filipino. John
You're handsome.
123
Inform
Canada
that.
42. Said hey King Duck. D. Michaels. Said at Lori, do you know how to make homemade Alfredo sauce? Lori G. Said hi King of Mix.
And I can't miss my time.
Said 819.
I mean, I could, but
Texas lady.
well, it was 8
Said
o'clock
hi,
though when we
Lori G.
left.
Same to you. John 123 Canada 42. Said hey D. Joe Smo. Said hey John. Desert Rat. Said Bobby was the dude that came in here and posted the same name. His name was John Connors. Lori G. Said hey buddy. Buddy Reed. Said hello Bobby
Oh,
and the Misfits.
was that John
D. Michaels.
Connors?
Said
Was that
hello Han. Lori C.
Ricky Bobby?
Said D. Michaels, not particularly. I found the quick, easy way. LOL. Once Kubadoo. Said hello, Texas lady, people hugging. Getting jiggy with it. Said I get around, brother. Lori C.
Get around, take on that.
Said Buddy. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Sheriff Lori. Joe Smo. Said Lori C.O. David Newton. Said 99.
Number
Once
99. Dang it, let's
Said hello,
go.
buddy. Pick 7. WYOBT. Said boom.
Boom!
Florida.
You guys
Said go
and
get
gals,
Bobby.
ladies and
Respect.
gentlemen, are
Lori
freaking
C.O.
awesome.
Said Joe Smo.
Thank you so much for the first 100 thumbs
Said I
up
was going to
right
get
here
an
to Ride Along
recipe.
Gang. I really do
Patty
appreciate
Road.
it.
Said we're a full moon tonight.
Snatch some salt from the salty crew,
Said
butter
okay,
up that
where was
popcorn, enjoy
Joe Small.
the rest of the
Said
ride.
Sikadoo.
Now we do
Buddy Reed.
love the Misfits
Said
around
hello,
here.
Lori.
How much
Amber.
do we love the Misfits?
Said hi, buddy.
Freaking
Kenwood 709.
bunches.
Said Toy Pokaya. Joe Smo. Said WYOBT. Buddy Reed. Said hello, somebody. John 123 Canada 42. Said boom in 18 minutes.
Boom in
Buddy
18
Reed.
minutes. Let's
Said
go.
hello, Amber. Joe Smo. Said hi, Buddy Reed. Amber. Said misfit. V-Rat's a great kid in towner. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Joe. Buddy Reed. Said hello,
But
Said hello, Desert Rat. King of Pick 7. Said hello, Amber. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Pick 7. Richard Bishop. Said good evening, Bobby and Chad Lobster.
good evening,
Norm
Richard.
White House. Said the best way to cook an alligator is to put him in the crock pot. Brett Hall. Said hi, Bobby and the Misfits.
Brett, how you
How are
doing?
y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Said King Ham Pink waving. Rochelle Miller. Said hi, Bobby, I'm just stopping in.
How you
to
doing,
say
Rochelle?
Jay. D. Michaels.
To say Jay.
Said Bobby Meg is talking too much.
She's doing a lot of talking.
Kid Towner. Said hi, Brett.
Oh, okay.
King of Pick
The
7.
great, the
Said
great
hello,
Supra.
Richard.
Man,
The
she says your
total
name
set.
weird.
Said these are the roads and nights for some stories.
Super
Florida.
kid. How you doing?
Said Bobby.
Florida.
Lauren Porter. Said Cuss. Patience. Falcon and Slaughter.
Dang.
Said you have a short drive to the next stop.
152
fast.
miles.
Said at C.W. Sharp before the Civil War and invention of the railroad. Everything was built around water. Since shipping was the way stuff was transported, then it was railroad based like Cheyenne. Lori G. Said howdy, Brett. Richard Bishop. Said hi, Amber. Desert Rat. Said howdy, Pix. Rick. Said hi, Richard. Lori C.O. Said Brett. King of Pick 7. Said Meg had a couple nitros. James Simmons.
I reckon, man.
Said gave you a thumbs up to you.
Thank you,
Brett
James.
All. Said hey Supra. Hey Lori G. Lori G. Said good evening, Richard. One scuba dude. Said well, Lauren did wake up. James Simmons. Said gave you a thumbs up to you.
Thank you,
Brett
James.
All. Said hi, Lori C.O. G. Bro. Said Brett All. Rochelle Miller. Said just stopping in to say hi and just got over influenza B. Lauren Porter.
Hello, Rochelle.
Said did you give Meg a few 5-hour energies, Bobby?
I think she snatched
Said
one.
hello, Richard. Lori C.O. Said Lauren.
Welcome to Walton,
Said hi, Lauren.
New York.
Lauren. Brett All. Said LOL, Lauren. Lauren Porter. Said I also changed my name back.
Oh, you did change your name back.
Said
Right
hello.
on.
Lori G.
Goob, how you
Said
doing?
hello, Boo. Amber. Said just a friendly reminder to smash the like button.
Smash
G.
that
Bro.
like button.
Said hi, Boo. Brett All. Said hi, G. Bro. Richard Bishop. Said well, hello there, Sheriff Lori G. Lauren Porter and Buddy Reed. Lori C.O. Said G. Bro. Rochelle Miller. Said hi, G. Bro, how's it going? D. Michaels. Said Bobby, I was sitting at my job where I clean at a dealership after hours, and I was looking at my phone waiting to clock out, looked up, seen a man with a Civil War uniform on, looked right at me. G. Bro.
Dang it, did you talk to
Said
him?
hi, Lori C.O. again. Lori C.O. Said Richard Bishop. Lauren Porter. Said my throat hurts again.
I believe this is a town that rolls their streets up at
Said lean
night.
out the window and yell good night, John Boy. C.W. Sharp.
Night,
Said
John
don't
Boy.
tell them your secret, Lauren. G. Bro. Said I am well, Rochelle, how are you? Hank. Said I'm not really into watching anyone else on YouTube, so when Bobby gets off YouTube, I just get off the internet and go back to watching TV shows again.
Dang it, man.
Lauren Porter. Said what secret? Shark LOL. One scuba dude. Said Lauren's other name was an utter disaster. Rochelle Miller. Said im good G bro. Lauren Porter. Said yes it was scuba LOL. Jamie Nova. Said funny Bobby. Richard Bishop.
What was funny?
Said hi there Lori Co. C.W. Sharp. Said Lauren.
Dang, I wish it
name
was
change.
daylight.
Lori G. Said hi Hank. King of Pick 7. Said imagine this town with all the holiday lights and decorations. D. Michaels. Said it scared the crap out of me.
Did
I'm
it?
wanting to find out if it was a secret area back in day, but I don't know how to find out. It was a black man in a uniform. Texas lady.
What? A black
Said I
man
like
in a
that
uniform?
place.
Okay.
LOL.
I thought you said a black man in a
Lauren G.
unicorn.
Said Lauren, I hope you feel better. King of Pick 7. Rochelle
Civil War
Miller
uniform.
said, I can tell you're very, very tired, Bobby. Gary
Who, me?
Watson
I'm not tired.
said, baby truck lot LOL. One scuba dude.
I'm not.
123 Canada 42. Richard Bishop said, hello, Texas lady and desert rat mouse
Speed
cat.
limit's 55.
Lori
Shut
G
up.
said, hi, Gary. Landon Auguster said, howdy, everyone.
Landon, how you
Desert
doing?
rat said, howdy.
Howdy.
Lori C.O. said, Texas lady. Texas lady
Deposit.
said it. Richard Bishop, hello back. One scuba dude said, hello, Gary. King of Pick 7 said, hello, Gary. G Bro said, hello, Landon. Lori G said, howdy, Landon. Rochelle Miller said, yes, you are tired. Soul Dasher Joni
Okay.
said, hey. Mike
Johnny, how you doing?
said, good evening. King of Pick 7 said, LOL, Bobby. Richard Bishop said, hi, Landon. Lori C.O. said, Joni. Lori C.O. said, hey, Mike. King of Pick 7 said, hello, Soul Dasher. Lori G said, hi,
Oh, I
Mike.
smell wood burning.
Gene C. King of Pick 7 said, hello, Mike. Gary Watson said, hi, and Lori G at One Scuba Dude at King of Pick 7. D. Michaels said, anyone know how to go about looking up land, or what was there in Civil War time on the land? Texas lady said, all those trees would kind of freak me out though.
Tom would probably be your best bet on that one.
Lori G said, hi, Joni. Brett Alt said, hi, Gary. King of Pick 7 said, Met had 5 cans back to back in a 15-minute time frame. Lauren Porter said, I'm burning up and I can't get my fan to work. Brett Alt said, hi, Amber. King of Pick 7 said that fire would be smelling good.
Yeah,
Amber
it did. It smelled good.
said, hello, Brett. Soul Dasher Joni said, the infection on my ear isn't better, so I'm in the hospital for a few days getting IV antibiotics.
In the hospital? Getting IV antibiotics?
2025 said, hi, Lori, how are you?
Hopefully get better soon,
Ruth
Johnny.
Tester said, good evening, everyone.
Well, how you doing, Ruth?
Richard Bishop said, Lori G, have you seen Biscuit lately? Drake Gordon
She commented on.
said, hi from Ontario, Canada, 51st state.
She commented on the last
Rochelle
live
Miller
stream.
said, is anyone else lagging, or is it just me? Gary Watson said, hi, and Brett Alt. Lori C.O. said, hey, Law and Order, how are you? King of Pick 7 said, hello, Ruth. Lauren Porter said, also, why is Bobby in a red truck again? LMAO. D. Michaels said, I hope you get better at Soul Dasher Joni. Duck Duck Go Fast said, looking at those Japanese mini trucks, most are manuals. It would be weird shifting your left hand.
Yeah, it
Texas
would.
lady said, hope you get well soon at Soul Dasher Joni. Rick said, Bobby, that's the wood stove in the basement. We are warming the basement up for somebody.
Heck yeah.
Hank said, his truck turns different colors at night. Ruth Tester said, how everyone doing? Lori C.O.
I'm doing pretty good. How
said,
you doing,
feel
Ruth?
better, Joni. G. Bro said, the red truck has to be the red reflection. Lauren Porter said, I'm lagging. D. Michaels
We're in the woods,
said,
so
hello, Lauren.
y'all are probably gonna lag a
Richard
bit.
Bishop said, 10 to 4, Roger that, Bobby. The real beat said, I'm still waiting for the lady in white to cross the road. Lauren
Yeah,
G
right, no doubt.
said, hi, Ruth. I hope you are doing good. Ruth Tester said, hi, Bobby, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty
Desert
good.
Rat said, Ruth, how are you? Rochelle Miller said, what's wrong having a red truck? Red, my favorite color. Buddy Reed said, this road has some curves on it.
It does.
The closest truck stop looks to be near 51 point off of I-86 or US 11. Lori G said, Richard the First, haven't seen her today. Kevin Towler
She put a post comment
said,
up on the last live stream.
said, hi, Mr. Bobby.
Martin, how you
Buddy
doing?
Reed
Ask me what road I'm on. I don't know.
Duck Duck Go Fast said, I was waiting for some grizzlejack to come out of the woods.
They might still do it.
Said, windy, curvy countryside road, easily cruising the back country.
I
Lauren
know this
Porter
would be a great day
said,
live stream.
Rochelle, Bobby has a white truck and it looks different colors at night. Thunderdome at Ride Along Gang. Baywatch didn't want to see roll out the window.
Dang it.
Patty Rowe. Said what state? Headed what direction?
We're in Walton,
Said if
New
we are in the
York.
woods, let's watch out for the grizzle
Headed to
jacks.
Pennsylvania
Hank.
for the first
Said
stop,
maybe a coyote.
and then Maryland for the second stop.
Texas lady.
I'm going to do it all
Said
tonight.
chupacabra out there. Richard Bishop. Said howdy Aussie Baywatch kangaroo. G Bro.
Hopefully.
Said Patty, New York. Martin Trejo. Said hi my friend Lori. Aussie Baywatch. Said good day Bobby.
G'day, Baywatch. How you doing?
Said but there are Sasquatch in the woods.
We got 34 degrees here in Walton, New York at 8:37 in the p.m. and my eyes are peeled.
Said Bigfoot is just lurking behind the darkness.
I believe that.
Patty Rowe. Said thanks, driver. A
You
ghost
are
to the now.
welcome.
Said testing on laptop view. Aussie Baywatch. Said good day, Richard. Lori G. Said hi, Aussie.
My name is Bobby, by the way, for the ones that don't know
Said I
it.
hope Jeepers Creepers is still asleep.
Oh, Lord.
Rochelle Miller. Said my phone stream is synced perfectly with the stream on my TV. Kevin Tower.
Have that happen.
Said 147 likes.
147.
Angie and
Let's
Rick
go.
Family Adventures.
Angie, how you doing?
Said hi, Bobby.
I watched your video.
Said what highway are you in, Mr. Bobby?
I just told you, Martin, I don't know what highway I'm on.
Said hi, my friend Martin.
I watched your video earlier and it didn't have a place to leave a comment on it, Angie.
Feedrat's a great kid in Towner. Said it Rochelle Miller W. Texas lady. Said is that where the Waltons were from?
It's possible.
Said I really thought your name was Matt. Said number 148. Jamie Nova. Said you are just west of Woodstock.
Just west of Woodstock.
Ruth Tester. Said so how is everyone doing? Hope you're well. Angie and Rick Family Adventures. Said I will go check it out.
Yeah, it was
Jamie Nova.
it was the metal detector
Said,
video
can I say what
that you
highway
put up,
are
I
on
think,
or
2
go
days.
against the rules?
No, you can say what
Martin
highway you're on.
Said Lori, how was weather in Houston? Patty Rowe. Said Texas lady, they were from NC. Richard Bishop. Said Bobby, it's 37 degrees with a rain and snow shower mix.
Dang.
Rochelle Miller. Said thanks, Feedrat's a for guy. Texas lady. Said okay, thanks at Patty Rowe. Jamie Nova. Said Meg needs to step up her game and fix my comments.
Huh.
Alice Usher. Said creepy. Jamie Nova.
She reads them how they lay down, I reckon. 206.
270. Said I have to hide because someone is always trying to find me. Lori G. Said Martin, it's sunny and 76 degrees, a lovely day. Ruth Tester. Said Bobby, how is your mom doing?
She's doing pretty good, Ruth.
Said I got 80 degrees and
She's
1040
doing pretty good.
looks like a storm brewing and even mud ducking again.
Mud
Reed.
ducking.
Said Jamie will be the local tour guide.
Oh, I wonder what that looks like over the side.
Said hey Sasquatch. Thanks. Lauren Porter. Said hey Bobby, maybe Spunky will visit up here.
Skunk ape. Oh, God, I hope not.
Said Lori, you are so smart. Mac Daddy. Said the electronic eyes flashing in the top of the windshield is scaring Bigfoot. Sasquatch 270. Said hi Lori G. Kevin Towler. Said this dang column. Jamie Nova. Said there is some cool Revolutionary War history and forts in upstate New
Ah,
York.
we're on 10.
A ghost of the now.
New York
Said
10.
going to SCMH Muxville. Rochelle Miller. Said does anyone here play Minecraft?
What do we got going on here? Parking area 1 mile ahead. For real?
Nova.
Oh,
Said
God, there's
hi,
water
girls.
over there, y'all.
Texas lady.
Whoa, we're right
Said
beside
not
a
much
lake.
traffic there. Martin Trejo. Said NY10. Jamie Nova.
NY10.
Said RT10. Aussie Baywatch.
Route 10.
Said 75,669 pounds. And 1 mud duck. Richard Bishop. Said Lori G. The snow can get lost anytime it wants to skunk. Ruth Tester. Said it's nice seeing you all again.
Dang it, I wished it was
Mac
daylight.
Daddy. said at least it's not a toll road. Deanna Elkins said hi Bobby and everyone.
Deanna, how you
G
doing?
Bro said hello Ruth. Jamie Nova said really good fishing Bobby. Bob Governor
Probably.
said hi how you doing? Lauren Porter said duck duck. Bob Governor said I was busy today. Ozzy Baywatch said g'day bear. What for dinner? Martin Trejo said just came back Jim lost weight. Buddy Reed said Cannonsville Reservoir.
Cannon Reservoir. The info. Why's it gotta be on that side for?
Lori G said Richard you have snow there. Ozzy Baywatch said hi Lori. Amber said hey Baywatch I went simple tonight and made stroganoff and Culver.
Stroking
Rochelle
off.
Miller said does anyone want a min? A ghost of the
Does
now
anybody want to what?
said hi Jamie. Ozzy Baywatch said big buffaloes. Jamie Nova said nice buddy. Yes, rural New York is way nice. Martin Trejo said hi Amber. Ruth Tester said hi Lori how are you? Bob Governor said hi Bobby. Bob Governor said how you doing?
I'm doing fine,
Rochelle
man.
Miller said a min. A ghost of
Oh,
the now
man.
said well, laptop chat is too tiny, phone is better. Richard Bishop said Lori G it's wet snow mixed with a cold rain shower. Said W Bobby. Rochelle Miller said W Bobby. Rochelle Miller said W Bobby.
Rochelle,
One scuba
if you do that one more time,
said
you're
yes, I
out.
want to mint the US mint LOL. Lori G said Richard the first hope you get some nice weather soon. Buddy Reed said Jamie, I was not trying to steal your thunder. Lori G said high five Martin. Buddy Reed said thunder. Still 167 likes and buffering. Rochelle Miller said you're lagging Bobby. Martin Trejo
Can't help that.
said why you Richard Bishop said Lori G it's supposed to be 60 degrees here by Sunday.
We're
Said for those who don't know, I grew up in New York and moved to California via Texas. Zachary Daniel said hey guys.
hello.
Jamie Nova said mostly to get away from the snow. A ghost of the now said at Lori G hello. Lori G said Richard O nice. Enjoy.
We're on Starlink out, but we're out in the woods, so it's gonna be patchy. There's nothing I can do about it.
Zachary Daniel said how are you Bobby? Mac Daddy said time to reboot. Buddy Reed said Jamie, your next stop will be Hawaii. Bob Alt. Said he's got us muted, Rochelle. Spring Valley LS. Said hope everyone is having a blessed day.
Yeah, we're out here in the woods, and the woods is interfering with the reception.
Mac Daddy.
It's gonna be
Said
sunny.
check the GPS and get on the right track.
I'm on the right
Mike.
track.
Said yes,
I
thank
hope.
goodness. No sound, haha. One scuba dude. Said playing hide and seek Starlight. Ozzy Baywatch. Said the eyes are flashing.
Yeah,
Spring
I've got 'em
Valley
on.
LS. Said Jamie Nova hey. Jamie Nova. Said really king. Does Meg have to go too? Jeff Winter. Said about a 3. Nola Kremer. Said I saw an X-Files episode that was creepy as hell on a road just like this in the middle of nowhere. Jamie Nova. Said I'm in Chula, Spring Valley LS.
Lord have mercy.
Jamie Nova. And Nola we used Spring LS. Hank. Said that holler looks lonely.
Yeah, not liking this very much.
Buddy Reed. Said this is like setting up for a roller coaster. Hank. Said 0 vehicles on it. King of Fit 7. Said yeah she kicked 2 Jamie all those nitros she had. RLT 78. Said great area for UFOs. Rochelle Miller. Said Bobby did you know that videos don't exist, they're just images going really fast, it's like 24 images a second area, it's crazy.
Dang it.
Steve Knapp. Said hello Bobby.
Steve, how you doing?
Lauren Warner. Said I don't like this road man. Jamie
I'm not
Nova.
liking it much.
Said New York definitely has some hills and mountains. Buddy Reed. Said hello RLT. Lori G. Said hey Steve. G bro. Said we are for sure going to see some grizzle jacks. RLT 78. Said hi buddy. Kimberly Clank. Said hi everyone. Hi Bobby.
Hello, Kimberly.
Rick. Said hi. Buddy Reed. Said hello Kimberly. Steve Knapp. Said keep Lori. Lori G. Said hi Kimberly hand pink waving. Lauren Warner. Said are we in a horror movie y'all? Steve Knapp.
Maybe.
Said hi Lori. Jamie Nova. Said King. Rochelle Miller. Said bye everybody and Bobby. Texas Lady.
All right, Rochelle.
Said hi
Catch you later.
Kimberly. Ryan Martin. Said joined just in time for a Quest Road I see.
Yeah,
Jamie Nova. Said Lauren the hills have eyes.
that was rough, man.
Zachary Daniel. Said today was rough day. Rochelle Miller. Said I'll come back later.
10-4.
Geo79. Said hello Kimberly. Jamie Nova. Said rough. Try it in the winter.
Oh, I
Lauren
wouldn't want to
Warner.
do it in wintertime.
Said and I have yet to see a house with lights on. Nola Kremer. Said a Sasquatch will cross the road anytime now. Jamie Nova. Said by Rachel. King of Fit 7. Said judging by Google Maps, yeah you in a remote area of upstate NY.
Mm-hmm. Very remote.
Gary Watson. Said LOL step out the front door and get hit by a car. Jamie Nova.
Alright.
Said Gary. Lauren Warner. Said right Gary. Texas Lady. Said I saw that Gary, right on. Lauren Warner. Said LMAO. Jamie Nova. Said it stinks for animals and pets. Duder. Said Schnecksville question mark. Said see y'all later going back to work.
Alright, whoever that was going back to work.
Hey.
Appreciate you stopping
chickens or before the sun's down.
Yep.
Duder. Said you deliver in Schnecksville? Cool, I love snacks I need. Jamie Nova.
Heck yeah.
Said we used to jump off my grandma's roof into the snow, it was so high. RLT78 said if there's a body on the side of the road, keep on trucking.
Yeah, don't
The
stop.
ghost of the now. Said city peeps don't know about a bedtime. Lauren Porter said no, Bobby, you're wrong. I'm country and we stay up past now. Hank.
New
said,
York's
"Very
different.
true, Patty. The reason I said that was because my dad actually knew a person that lived nearby with no electricity on or anything. I don't know how he did it. Lauren Porter said LOL. G bro said bedtime is overrated.
New York country is not like Florida country.
Said I wish I was from Schnecksville, USA. Gonzo Trips said hey all.
Gonzo, how
Looks
you
like
doing?
we're deep in the hollers now. Jamie Nova
Yeah, pretty deep.
said sleep is for the weak. Lauren Porter said scream. Buddy Reed
Oh, I don't have
said
nothing
hey,
with me
he had
now.
a wood stove and a lot of candles or lanterns. Patty Rowe said hey, my grandma didn't have electric lights. Jamie Nova said true, bunch of farmers up there.
Yeah.
Duder said log or utter. McGill 3 said how's Haber been? Texas lady
How's Haber been?
said good to see another
Pretty good.
vehicle go by.
I know, right? He's doing pretty good.
Chris Wyatt said hi all.
Hello, Chris.
RLT78 said probably some of the nicest people though.
Right.
G bro said hello peace. D.I. Lasso D.O. said hey hey hey. Hank
Well, that's
said
right there.
okay, I
Handy.
heard that Patty. Lauren Porter said I changed Raptor is Jerry. G bro
Raptor is Jerry.
said Velociraptor hello. King of Mix 7 said good screen for the scenes. Deadshot Gaming said good evening Bobby and Mag Chat Reader, I hope you are doing well this evening.
Doing all right,
Chris
Cal. How you
Wyatt
doing?
said hello G. Lori G said tackle hugs Raptor. People hugging. Rick said hi Raptor. D.I. Lasso D.O. said no I'm not Lauren, you're seeing things. Lauren Porter said typo. D.I. Lasso D.O. said hey G bro. Buddy Reed
It'd be much cooler in the daylight, though. For real.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said face orange, raised eyebrow. G. Bro said troll spring. Duder said roadman.
Mercy, where the frick are we
Said
at?
in the corner huffing the troll spray. RLT78 said Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock.
Duder said Roadman, Nacho Man or Roadman, I want a Nacho Man. D.I. Lasso D.O. said save some for the trolls, Lauren. One Scuba Doo said Buddy some come from the sub-basement. Tom Kearney said we're right on the border of NY and PA. G. Bro said
Tiffle.
LOL Lauren Porter. Mike said looks like civilization to me. Live on a gravel road a mile and a half off a paved road. Deadshot Gaming said 199 likes, let's do this everyone please. King of Fix 7 said boom 200.
Boom, you guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for over 200 thumbs up right here at Drive On Gang. Really do appreciate it.
Said we are fixing to find a headless horseman or
Snatch some salt from the salty crew. Butter up that popcorn.
Said buy more troll spray.
Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Freaking bunches.
Lori G said finger red number 1, finger red number 1, finger red number 1. Cindy Miwu said let the popcorn fly. Deadshot Gaming said good evening Amber. King of Fix 7 said this road bringing more lights. Palmer Simpson said I don't know where you are either, but I'm enjoying the ride.
Well, thank you.
Duder
Thank you.
said Duder says do as do do as do duder do 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 man do 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 man I'm chillin' do do doer. G Bro said misfit here. Lauren Porter said hey Kyle. Brett Alt said hands Lauren a bottle of extra strength troll spray. Amber said hi Kyle. Lauren Porter said Brett LOL. D.I. Lasso D.O. said Lauren there better be some troll spray. Ryan Martin said Christmas trees yet. Wow. Deadshot Gaming said hello Lauren other good evening. One Scuba Doo said Lauren you can also use the Florida skunk ape spray. Jarrell Parker said the back road are so scenic. Jamie
They are in the daylight.
said I would have taken RT-17 south. It's a better road. Geo79 said hello Amber. Duder said Duder Zooter is Dudin done do do Duder like do do doer do man doer.
Dang, we're right beside the tracks, man.
Amber said hi Geo hand pink waving. Deadshot Gaming said good evening Geo79. Geo79 said this is a trail. Tom
I
Kearney
believe that.
said Duder you're done. G Bro said face orange raised eyebrow.
Believe that, partner.
Lauren Porter said what the fluff did Duder sniff. D.I. Lasso D.O. said Chinese finger cuffs for Duder. Lori G
Chinese
said
finger
hi
cuffs.
Geo. Duder said sorry guys says Susan or Biscuit sorry bros I'm Duder Suitor Suitor Dudier. Jamie Nova said hey Bobby if you are going to PA why not take the thruway I-87? Duck duck go fast.
I don't know, we ain't.
Said this don't even look like a truck route.
It don't,
Tom
does it?
Kearney said did we pass the McDonald's?
Did we? I didn't see a McDonald's. No, thank you.
Shot Gaming said, "Can believe I have
Dang it, man.
G Bro said, how much did Duder do with that
Oh,
why?"
Lord have mercy.
Jamie Nova said there was a PD's back in Walton. Duck duck go fast.
Why don't this thing have
Said
on
I
it?
thought it was a Walgreens we passed in town. Lori G said, G Bro.
Jeez Louise. That was freaking scary. Holy snap.
One Scuba Dude said it's a truck route now. Bobby made it one LOL. Duder
That was scary
said,
right there.
Duder booter scooter don't do or do mount Duder. Francisco Fuentes said, what's up? Appreciate the ride along as always. Stay safe. Deadshot Gaming said, Lori G, this is freaking me out. LOL. Duck duck go fast. Said everyone duck. For the
I did.
bridge.
I did.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said tight squeeze. Emergency response at team. Said it's hard to see what you are typing. I am hardly awake. Hello, everybody.
I ain't tapping
Sticky
anything.
glue. Said I held my breath on that one.
I did too.
Brett All.
That scared me.
Said no offense, Duder, but that gets annoying after a while.
Calm it down, Duder.
Said, hey mom, I think the dang 28-wheeler done just went past the house. Lori G.
Oh, welcome to Pennsylvania,
said,
by the
"Hi,
way.
me too." Jamie Nova
Welcome to Pennsylvania.
said scuba. Elevator fan said hello everyone.
Elevator fan, how you doing?
Geo79 said no height shine. Ray Boudreaux said you have to guess on the height. RLT78
Luckily, we made it.
said 1 8-star dang it. Tom Kearney said welcome to PA. One Scuba Dude said knock it off Duder. Jamie Nova said did that sign say Pennsylvania?
Yeah, we're in
One
Pennsylvania
Scuba
now.
Dude said hello Jamie. Duck duck go fast. Said almost need the butter off the popcorn to get the truck to fit through that bridge.
Right.
Said unsmelly face. Ryan Martin said grand entrance LOL.
Exactly.
Lori G said hello elevator fan. Andy C said howdy Bobby everyone.
Andy C, how you
Kevin
doing?
Towler said Bobby did the GPS send you the wrong way.
I don't know.
Lauren Porter said RLT I thought it was a family friendly channel. What is this 18 plus you speak of? D.I. Lasso D.O. said yeah Duder. You might want to chill on being a butthead. Jeff Winters said you're going to have to get on 370. Deadshot Gaming said good evening one Scuba Dude. Jamie Nova said I think Bobby is taking an old Indian trail.
I think so.
Andy C said what happened? Lori C.O. said Raptor.
Well, it would have been
Emergency
a good
response
route in the daytime.
said I give up. I wanted to say hi before I head to bed.
Hello.
Good luck, sleep well, everyone. Geo79 said this road has to hell with snow on it.
Uh-huh.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said hey Lori C.O. people hugging. Said hi Bernie. Said looks like one of those old Ians.
It's late for Drew.
One Scuba Dude said hello there Deadshot Gaming. Duder said I'm just Duder booter footer suitor scooter mount booter don't like fruiter. Lauren Porter it's past Duder's bedtime. G Bro said hi Andy C.
Why are y'all
Lori
arguing
G
with him is what I don't get.
said hi Andy C. Duder said I do not spam bro. Lauren Porter said you are being Rick. Super Truck said Duder go to your room if you want to play. Duder said how question mark. D.I. Lasso D.O. said you are spamming Duder. Nothing you say is relevant to chat or the stream. Steve Knapp said a lot of buffering. Evelyn Blue
We're in the
said
forest,
Duder
man.
Beer being a hole. Deadshot Gaming said I'm just enjoying the ride. Lori G said good evening Super Truck Car. People hugging. One Scuba Dude said ignore him. Double A Trucking said hello
of times when they hold me up all day like that. I'll shut her down, start up the next day.
Said Vinsilo's part nursing headache and King of Fix 7. Said hello Wampus. Wampus Cat. Said Halo Spylos. Geo 79. Said this over the trails trucking.
Yeah.
Deadshot Gaming. Said good evening Cat, good to see you tonight. Wesley Carr. Said watch out for deers.
I got my eyes open, man.
Said 212 likes.
212, let's go.
Said hey Wampus. Lauren Order. Said Scream. Geo 79.
I'm busy.
Said hi Wampus Cat. Lauren Order. Said hi Wampus. Wampus Cat. Said Halo King of Fix. Geo Kyle. Lori G. Said hi Wampus. Wampus Cat. Said like least Kyle. Cindy Milu. Said roads like this make one appreciate the highway. Wampus Cat.
Right.
Said Halo Lauren G.
No doubt about that, Cindy.
Tom Kearney. Said they're all in their nightgowns. Say look. There goes the popcorn man.
There goes the popcorn man.
Said I did pretty good I think with everything considered today. Wampus Cat. Said it is a good condition road however, better than most anything in Indiana.
Right.
Chris Wyatt.
True that.
Said all we need is a creepy castle along this road and it would be like Scooby-Doo. Long Island
Yes,
Dave.
man.
Said hello Bobby and Misfits in the woods.
Long Island Dave, how you
Deadshot
doing?
Gaming. Said Mac you're doing pretty good at reading the chat. King of Fix 7. Said Michael Myers live around here.
Probably.
Bar. Said reminds me of Creek Flood 64 Gorge. West
What?
Car. Said 227 down. Ozzy Baywatch. Said I got 228. RLT 78. Said VD. King of Fix 7. Said Meg Scare. D.I. Lasso D.O. Andy C. Said I say again, it's a good thing you don't have stats.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about
Said
that.
Dave found us all in the woods. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said shut up Ned. King of Fix 7. Said so she's talking fast bass blue smiling. Long Island Dave.
She's trying to keep up.
Said evening Ron. Rick. Said through the woods to grandma's house we go for piss I hope. Duck duck go fast. Said did we just run over that witch in the woods? Lauren Porter. Said Raptor Meg had a few too many 5-hour energies LOL. Long Island Dave. Said hey Scuba. Ryan Martin. Said what's the speed limit here?
It's like 55,
11709.
but I can't run
Said I came
55.
back to Armpit Lady.
Came back to Armpit Lady.
Said Dooter Booter,
Dang it.
Scooter Booter. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL Lauren, it's about time. King of Fix 7. Said Sasquatch Territory. Double AE Trucking. Said Bobby, please be careful for deer crossing Animal Crossing, and those are some windy roads back that I've been in that area. Be
Hey,
careful please.
At least we just passed another truck.
101709. Said oh wait, I was thinking at the pass like crazy. Deadshot Gaming.
Always as careful as possible,
Said
man.
good evening Ken. RLT 78. Said I think 55 Ryan.
It is. It's 55.
709. Said hey Deadshot. good evening, gang. Wampus Cat.
Okay, I get it.
Said some guardrail salesman got a good commission on this road.
God damn.
Duder. Said Wampus Scumpus.
Lord have mercy, we got 18 miles of this.
709. Said g'day, Mary Master Blaster Baywatch. Duck duck go fast. Said Animal Crossing sounded like a scary game to me. I don't want to be a road pizza duck. Deadshot Gaming. Said Bobby, I remember in your old sunny AC went down there was an interesting stream. It was a very warm day.
Yeah.
I remember. Lori G.
Very warm.
Said good evening,
Florida.
LLK 517. F Daddy. Said who likes Kermit the Frog or Miss Piggy. LLK 517. Said enjoying my new favorite pastime. Eating beef taquitos with queso and watching Ride Along Gang.
Dang it, man.
LOL. LLK 517. Said hello and Lori G. Wampus Cat. Said question, is it okay for vegans to eat animal crackers? Said Lorder is mean to me even though I'm nice to everyone. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey LLK. Lauren Order. Said so no one is gonna tell me who the fluff armpit lady is. Lolo. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said no Lauren. Rick. Said if the bridge is out first dibs on Bobby's boat. Chris Wyatt. Said okay I've got to go. Take
Alright,
care
Chris.
movie.
Oh, look at all them deer.
LLK 517.
That was a bunch.
Said hello and D.I. Lasso D.O. Chris Wyatt. Said Bobby LOL sorry.
What you
Lauren
sorry
Porter.
about?
Said you so mean, Raptor LOL JK. Lori G. Said Lauren she is the lady in the white t-shirt who says BRB. Lori G.
She's at the very start of the stream
Said
line.
Raptor. Davy Farms. Said hello then I gotta go my man.
Baby, how you
Lauren
doing?
Porter. Said IDK. Who that is Lori LMAL.
She was right at the start of the stream line order.
Said I've been in that situation before. Bobby is scary and nervous, slow and steady. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said nope Lauren. Go back and find one of Bobby's recent live streams.
All you gotta do is go to the start of this one.
Thumbnail. WYOBT. Said P-Rap Hard Hands. One Scuba Dude. Said on the next episode of the Ride Along Gang, will Bobby ever find a real highway? Lori
I don't know,
G.
man. I don't know.
Said Lauren. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey BT people hugging. Deadshot Gaming. Said hello WYOBT good evening. Duck duck go fast. Said is it okay for a duck to eat animal crackers? No. Texas lady. Said lot of deer.
There was a bunch of them.
Said cancel the not enough grass comment. WYOBT.
Right.
Said hi and Kyle. Jamie Nova. Said that's a herd of deer. Duder. Said Lorder butter is funnier than border onion. Cindy Milu. Said runaway state. Rick. Said Bobby you do still have the boat right. Steve Knapp.
The boat? Yeah.
Said see those deer. WYOBT. Said whoa. Creepy road here. LLK 517.
Yeah, I've still got that
Said
boat.
hello at Wampus Cat. Long Island Dave. Said hi WYOBT. Nola Kremer. Said Pennsylvania has more deer than they know what to do with.
Yeah, they do.
Wampus Cat. Said Halo LLK taquitos are good by the way. Duder. Said Susan S or biscuit. Said gravy train gravy gravy baby. Aussie Baywatch. Said has anyone here ate a beaver? I was this show. Mountain Man. They caught one and made it on a fire pit. Texas lady.
I've not had a beaver.
Said wow, what a road this is.
I know. I can't believe my
Said
GPS
chilling
brought me
with my
this
cinnamon
way.
roll. James Lesser. Said thumbs up 235. Very challenging
135.
back roads. Bobby drive safely.
Always as
Matt
safe as
Trapper.
possible.
Said g'day A.
Man, Trapper, how you
WYOBT. Said hi to Long Island Dave.
doing? Lake
Buddy Reed.
Como.
Said when the lines are
PA.
no longer on the side of the road, you are deep in the woods.
Uh-huh.
Wampus Cat. Said at least this road is above water. Imagine a road like this in Kentucky right now.
All right.
Matt Daddy. Said why did Elmo bring a ladder to the bar? Because he heard the drinks were on the house. Double A
greasy?
Get out to the foreland.
I don't know.
Aaron.
I have no idea.
Said welcome to Deer Country.
At least 15 miles, at the very least.
Said this would be a good place for a misfit to wave on side of the road.
Oh, it would. It would, for real.
Said I remember he used to hang out you. I think his YouTube name was Sonic. I also Devo.
Yeah, he still comes around.
Said LOL Matt Black.
He's just
said,
under a
"No
different name now.
vegetables." King of Mix 7. Said those deer were having supper.
Yeah, they was.
Lauren Porter. Said Raptor. 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 Wampus Cat. Said beaver, as I recall, seemed to be very fibery and stringy, like celery.
Oh yeah, stringy. I've
LLK
heard that.
517. Said at Wampus Cat. Wampus Cat said, imagine the people in bed hearing a semi-truck going by. They are probably checking their weather radios.
Alright.
Steve Knapp said, Bobby, didn't you load up and call a Y back? Lauren
Load up
Porter
what?
said, okay, since I haven't bothered you today. Rap, 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 rap. Hank said, but the picture was blurry, so that's why I couldn't tell.
Oh.
Buddy, you have not seen a sign that says dead end.
Alright.
Lori G
Yeah, that wouldn't be
said,
good.
Wampus. Desert Rat said, calm down, Lauren, LOL. Dennis Helms said, what's up, right along, gang?
Oh, just cruising
Steve
down
Knapp
this narrow little
said, Schnecksville Paw.
horse trail.
Double A trucking said, buddy, I hope he does not see that I be like OB. Andy C said, we got a load of popcorn going to a hidden group of Amish. Wampus Cat said, welcome to the wide open highway, Dennis H. Huh. Lori G said, hi, Dennis H. Tom Kearney said, no 251 people for every letter I counted wrong and spelled it wrong, LOL. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, oh boy, no you didn't, Lauren face turquoise covering eyes. Jamie Nova said, Andy. Geo 79 said, hello, AA. Aaron said, are we there yet?
Not yet.
Wampus Cat said, if you dash mine, pedal to the metal. John Gross said, good evening.
Good
This
evening.
road looks like I came out of a Stephen King book.
Feels
Dennis
like it.
Helms said, hey, Wampus Cat. Deadshot Gaming said, good evening, John. Gary Watson said, LOL, way station ahead. Super Truck Bar said, Andy, I called my local KFC to ask
Way
about
station
orders.
ahead.
They said they are now cooking all day, every day. Wampus Cat said, open. Double A Trucking said, Bobby, thank you for stopping by today and help with my frustration today. I was there a total of 930 hours.
Yeah, oh well. Dang it.
Relic Robert said, Bobby, are you unloading tonight?
Well, I'm
Dennis
supposed to
Helms
be.
said,
Supposed
what
to be.
2 lane back road is this?
I don't know, man. It's like it's 200 and something.
Wampus Cat said, this is Pennsylvania State Highway 247.
247.
Andy C said, Amish Way Station.
Amish
Jamie
Way
Noble
Station.
said, Bobby's delivering popcorn to the Grange. Double A Trucking said, Bobby, did you say there was a way station up ahead?
No, I
I'd
didn't
be
say
very
it. Somebody
surprised
else
if it
said
was
it.
and if it was even open. Jamie Nova said, Amish Paradise. D.I. Lasso
1,776 feet.
Different from CA 247, LOL. Gary Watson said, LOL. Wampus Cat said, sorta looks like AL 247. Jamie Nova said, Rod Serling said it. Nolan Kremer said, can you imagine crossing the country on roads like this?
I know, right?
Hank said, I got my first aid for tonight. LLK 517
Stephen King stories 24/7.
Daddy said that radio tower is for religion. George Luongo said, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Wednesday to one and all. J.H.H. said, I hate these roads. Tom Kearney said, my fortune cookie says romance is just around the corner. What address you have, Bobby? J.E. Nova said, Wampus. John J. Gubbins Jr. said, Seven Bridges Road by the Eagles is one of my favorite songs. J.H.H.
I've been to Seven Bridges Road, or Seven Bridges. Dang it. To the truck.
He has a house in New Hampshire. Dennis Helms said there are stars in the southern sky southward as you go. Trucking said, Bobby, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Buddy Reed
Sounds
said,
good.
Dispatch, where are you? Bobby, I don't know, ask the GPS. Steve Knapp said, Wampus Cat, right on. Andy C said, I bet coon hunting up here is a blast.
I bet.
George Luongo said, good evening, AA Trucking. Jamie Nova said, GPS, recalculating. George Luongo said, I'm sorry, I meant to say double a trucking. Wampus Cat said, wow, we haven't seen a single Dollar General. This place really is in the boondocks.
Well, we did pass a Dollar General truck.
Said, with coon hunting, no gun in New York. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, trash panda hunting, LOL. Wampus Cat said, trash pandas versus biscuits next week. John J. Gubbins Jr. said, I have driven on roads like these at night in very fast sports cars. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I bet.
Double A Trucking said, GPS is saying, please make a U-turn when possible. Please make a U-turn when possible. Aaron said, cruising back roads. Double A Trucking said, hi George.
Are you for real?
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, hey cats, did you see the video of the bananas doing the dance scene from Dirty Dancing? Angel said, you're pretty busy. George Luongo said, well, there's tons of Dollar General stores upstate New York and then Pennsylvania. Rick said, a double A trucking other than the fact Bobby got us all lost, yet things are just awesome out here in the woods with whoever LOL. Mitch said, George said, when you get to Pennsylvania. George Luongo said, don't forget the Lala.
I'm already in Pennsylvania.
7 said, that looks sketchy. Wampus Cat said, no, sounds like a must watch though. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, road getting narrower. George Luongo said, welcome to Pennsylvania. Cindy Nimu said, there are more lights in the DOT than anywhere else. Wampus Cat said, well, welcome to Indiana. Wampus Cat said, roadwise. Aaron said, I'm
The GPS.
Rick. Said Bobby, you have enough fuel, I hope.
Yeah.
Ella paid 517. Said sometimes I think the Amish have it right. Disconnect selves from this crazy society. Mac Daddy. Said all the
There goes
porch
another
lights
deer.
are coming on because a big trucker is on our highway.
He got a big old rack. That one did.
JR. Said good evening. Long Island.
JR, how you doing?
Said telephone. Want this cat. Now you can do what's comfortable. You can do what's comfortable for you.
Right.
Montana zombie. Said wrong turn. Angel. Said jerky deer meat really good. Aussie Baywatch. Said you're on the Bruce Highway in Australia. Buddy Reed. Said usually the roads are green, yellow, or red. This is the first gray road I have seen you on.
The first
In 10
what?
to 15 miles
Gray
you will
road.
come upon a green road. Dennis Helms.
Hang on.
Said we had an Amish furniture store here for a few years. Texas Lady. Said oh no, and Andy C. LOL. Lori G. Said good evening JR. Jamie Nova. Said Bobby, get yourself some new horns for the hood.
I'm
S.
working on it.
Said
Sam.
no Amish in this area. Cindy Mulu. Said street lights are a plus. Richard Flannery. Said hello from Churchill TN.
Richard, how you doing?
JR. Said hi there Lori. Duck duck go fast. Said on the map it is gray, meaning it is a rural or farm road. John J. Gubbins Jr. Said at Aussie Baywatch I've been on the boredom. Wampus cat. Said I bet wampus cats live on this road. Andy C. Said knock on the door and ask them how to get back to Arkansas. Aaron. Said welcome to Bear Country. Mac Daddy. Said watch out for the Jersey Devil.
Jersey Devil. Lord have mercy. What is that? Jeez, what a hill, man.
Wampus cat. Said I still can't imagine the mail carriers on this road.
Especially in the wintertime.
Said you don't want to know.
Good God.
Rick.
Lord have mercy.
Said knock on a door there you might get shot or stabbed, no thanks.
He might.
Andy C. Said it's a real mean Wolverine. Gary
Real mean
Watson.
Wolverine.
Said just went outside and lightning bugs are out. Seems early. John J. Gubbins Jr. Said at Mac Daddy, what about Sasquatch? Mac Daddy. Said Grizzle Jack Road, logging trucks only. Jamie Nova. Said dude, you are like my old man. He would take the back roads and avoid the interstates. Tater 12. Said looking for Scarecrow. One Scooby-Doo. Said I would fire that GPS. Wampus cat. Said even more scary. I've seen several of those yellow butterflies you usually don't see until Labor Day. Andy C. Said children of the popcorn. Relic Robert. Said if you see any bears there, they will be the real ones.
Yeah, you're probably right on that.
WYOBT. Said LOL Andy. Cindy Mulu. Said Clark.
Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it.
LLK 517 said it was 46 here today. I am fine with that, minus the rain.
Jeez, what a freaking hill, man.
Texas lady said good sign at Cindy View. Glad to see a car.
I got one behind me.
Said all bears enjoy picnic baskets. Want this cat? Said at least the signs reflect well. Jamie Nova said if you get stuck, best case scenario, you knock on the door of an Amish community. Worst case, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Said hurry, do it before you can't LOL. LLK 517 said how strong is that makeshift guardrail?
I don't know. Man, I thought we was getting out on a good road here, but
said indeed a good sign at Texas lady. Nola Kremer said smirking should be a federal offense. Ozzy Baywatch said g'day John.
G'day.
From Jinby to Maryborough. It's a rough bit of road. I travel from Hervey Bay to Brisbane. Often okay. Jamie Nova said get on the 296 south. Want his cat?
I think.
Said ooh on an even higher highway, 296. Duck duck go fast. Said Amish handsaw massacre. WYOBT. Said Baywatch Jeansy. Clint W. Said none of these houses have their lights on LOL.
Everybody's in bed, man.
Edward S. said HRD on 296. Edward S. said he's on 296. Mac Daddy said was the Chainsaw Massacre filmed around here?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Rick said they've been sleeping for years.
Who has?
WYOBT
Everybody around here?
said I love a good old back road. In a car.
In a car.
Duck duck go fast. Said they don't have their lights on because they haven't paid the light bill in 200 years.
God dang, what a hill, man.
Said trucks have been through and took the lines down LOL. Clint W. Said 2,200, almost time for bed LOL. Wait
Man,
B.
a mansion
Said
up
are your
there.
eyes floating? LOL.
My eyes floating
Mac
now.
Daddy. Jamie Nova. Said LOL 200 years. Said LOL Bobby yes. Who do you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
Lori G. Said hey Clint. Cindy Milu. Said traffic is very promising. Nola Kremer. Said a road a truck driver gets nightmares about. Clint W. Said hey Lori H. Jamie Nova. Said imagine not having any bills. That would be great.
Not having
John
any
J.
what?
Gubbins Jr. said I have a friend who is a state patrol officer who patrols these roads that Bobby is on. Lady B.
Did you say
said you call
heels?
it kicking a tire.
Yeah, no.
Angel said would you stop if you see someone running out from the woods to the road full of blood? Would you stop to help?
I don't
Mac
know.
Daddy said your 3-hour trip has now turned to 4 hours.
Right.
Clint W. said G. Jamie Nova said hi John J. Gubbins Jr. I once crashed in the woods and the sheriff came and saved me. D.I. Lasso D.O. said floor it and call 911. Rick said Bobby stops to kick a tire tonight. He ain't getting out for sure. Tom Kearney said a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. Rick said Raptor LMFAO. James Reed said did you take a wrong GPS and make sure it's not set on horse and buggy instead of truck mode.
I know,
Aussie
right?
Baywatch. Said midday in Australia. Lady B. Said LOL Rick, you better just stand on the step. Mac Daddy.
I wouldn't even open the door.
Said kick a tire from standing in the passenger seat with a W and down. W. Said Raptor, I ain't getting out either. MR Jeremy Groggins. Said how we doing this evening? Aussie Baywatch. Said good day Tasha. RLT 78. Said it could be worse, like pouring rain.
Yeah,
Jamie Nova.
true that.
Said I crashed because there was a raccoon eating a dead skunk in the middle of the road during a rainstorm.
I would have run over that thing.
Said this will be a good road for Michael Myers. WYOBT. Said I hope Bobby gets extra hazard pay on this one. Sheesh.
Right.
Rick. Said a Jay Reed his GPS sent him this way. Buddy Reed. Said a Jay Reed hello. The GPS is having a midlife crisis. Jamie Nova. Said at least I think the skunk was dead. Jay Reed. Said hello Rick and Buddy. Lori G. Said Buddy. Aussie Baywatch. Said danger danger. Clint W. Said danger. Jamie Nova.
Danger.
Said wire the GPS. Give mega promotion. Andy C. Said road is getting curvy. Lori G. Said hi Jade Reed. Super truck car. Said no standing on the step, the door wouldn't be open.
That's exactly.
Jade Reed.
I wouldn't even open the
Said
door
hello,
out
Lori
here.
G. Nolan Bremer. Said what if the GPS says I don't know? Mac Daddy.
Hey, it's happened
Said
before.
if only Tasha could see you now. John Gross.
She could if she flips it
Said
off.
at least traffic is light.
Me and Tasha's been on roads like this numerous times.
Kingdom Fix 7.
We've been on roads like this numerous times.
Super truck car. Said at Andy C. Old 71. LOL. Duck duck go fast. Said is this road janky?
It is janky. Janky son of a gun.
Andy C. Said yep, some bar. Jamie Nova. Said come on Bobby, they nice people. Just don't go knocking on any doors.
I ain't going knocking on nobody's
Clint
door.
W. Said Eastern Ohio has a lot of these roads. WYOBT. Said very janky. Mac Daddy. Said this road made for ducks. Kingdom Fix 7. Said yup Clint. Want this cat. Said I'm waiting for Christmas decorations.
We've
Red.
passed a bunch of Christmas
Said
decorations
GPS
already.
sends cars down snow machine trails here all time. I also depot. Said the setting on my Google map is no tolls or highways. Seems the back roads are the way to go. The whole way LOL. Tom Kearney. Said Meg skipped my comment.
Huh.
Tom Kearney. Said you can't say natives and blow darts. Aussie Baywatch. Said you word for my vocab. Janky.
Janky.
I also DO. Said LOL cats. Jamie Nova. Said Bobby is going to be on this road until he runs out of fuel.
Nah, not quite. I got plenty of fuel. I filled up before I left. Show that.
Buddy Reed. Said at the red light, you will be at a U.S. road. Clint W.
There's going to be a red light up
Said
here.
it'd keep my Christmas lights up if I lived there LOL. Kingdom Fix 7. Said this true neck of the woods, get to the chopper at aw.
Right.
Mac Daddy. Said this is long 18 miles. Gary Watson. Said this is the kind of roads that a feed truck driver runs. Once for Buddy.
This is a Grizzle
Said
Jack
it's bad
road.
enough knocking on scary doors in the daytime. Longest cat.
Yeah, it is.
Said I think I would too. Click W. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said Google Maps said this road for 14 miles or so. Jamie Nova. Said the GPS is like, take this janky. LOL. Edward S. Said I think those are the lights of Scranton.
Dang,
Ohio.
there is a red light.
Duck duck
Buddy at? How do you know that red lights
Said
was
an
coming
Aussie
up?
Baywatch wonky is similar to janky.
Look at that red light, man.
Mac Daddy said no loud trucks allowed. Wampus Cat said I think Buddy cheated.
I think Buddy might have
LLK
cheated too.
517 said we have a traffic light and civilization. King of Thick 7
Waymart.
said that light looks better green.
Waymart, Pennsylvania.
Edward S. said what town is this? Tianzhuoli said this road is great for auto high beam. One Scubadoo said made it to the big city, a red light LOL. Jamie Nova said civilization. Clint W said good old US 6. Ray said food.
Lord have mercy,
John J.
man.
Govins Jr. said I crashed into a gully in Alice Springs, Australia. It took 2 hours for police patrol to get to me.
It's been a minute since I've been on a road like
said I saw
that.
blue lights on a house back there, but didn't mention an LOL.
I didn't
Aussie
mention it.
Baywatch said Thunderdome at Grizzlejack. Baywatch was on. Wampus Cat said US 6 unbelievably videoed the entire US 6 from Cape Cod to California. An extremely great watch. WYOBT said boo boo, let's get off that Grizzlejack Fluffin Road. D.I. Lasso D.O. said whoa. D.I. Lasso D.O. said civilization. For now.
For now, yeah.
Richardson said good morning.
Good morning.
Good night.
Good night.
LLK 517
Have a wonderful day.
said I always wondered how traffic lights work for people with red-green color blindness. Duck duck go fast. Said we also pass pizza and subs. So that is civilization.
Well, most colorblind people
Said I might have to see that.
know where the red light's at and where the green
Said
light's
here
at,
is the blue light special house.
and which one's lit. They can see which one's lit
Said
up.
LOL. D.I. Lasso D.O. said cats, I want to do that drive to. US 90 as well. I think it's US 90. Goes from Jacksonville to Van Horn. Nolan Bremer said coming up on Carbondale. The only Carbondale I knew was in Illinois. Wampus Cat said it's in 4 or 5 parts. The Pennsylvania and western Colorado and Utah parts were extremely worthwhile. WYOBT said smack that like. Wampus Cat
Hit that like button,
said
ladies
I've
and
done
gentlemen.
90 from Jacksonville to
Hit that
Lafayette,
subscribe button.
Clint W said I've been on 6 in many states, as far as Ely, Nevada. D.I. Lasso D.O. said awesome cats. Looks like fun. Buddy Reed said you can now get to Schnecksville, Pennsylvania using normal roads.
Normal roads.
LLK 517
Hopefully.
said that seems to be the answer. I've seen some in older parts of city that are horizontal but rare. Those must confuse them.
Those do confuse them for the first, if they,
Said Nola, there's a
you know, the first time that they ever see them,
D.I. Lasso D.O.
they don't know which ones are which.
Drive as well, IDK. Been studying maps a lot lately. Aussie Baywatch said 294 to the snack bar, please.
294, let's
Lauren
go.
G said there's a Carbondale in Kansas too. Clint W said 2 in Washington Rocks. Gary Watson said I've seen them hang like sideways to get them higher. Wampus Cat
Yeah, more clearance.
said coming soon, US 52 from South Carolina to Canada. Of course the best Bit of a white knuckle drive, eh?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. The white knuckle.
Said LOL scuba. Nola Kremer.
Not
Said
anymore.
Carbondale must be coal in the area.
I mean, now it's not, but it was. My mouth is freaking dry. High Knob, Moose Mountain.
Said for diamonds. John J. Gubbins Jr. said I have a friend in Franklin County, Missouri whose driveway is a half-mile long.
Half-mile long?
Medicated crazy. Said I see. Been watching an hour now.
Okay. 10 for on in. You've seen the good stuff then. It's like an interstate compared to what it was.
Buddy Reed said mouth dry.
It is.
Hands wet. Gary Watson said my drive is about that long. Nola Kremer
I don't know why
said
that 20 mile an hour
Highway 6 is a
speed
real
limit.
upgrade to the road you were on.
Yes, it is.
Texas lady
It's almost like an
said
interstate.
this is one of those trips you set on edge of seat.
Truck speed limit
Jamie
20. We
Nova
must be getting ready to drop.
said Buddy is hilarious. Wampus Cat said raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure. Tom Kearney said the founder of Johnson & Johnson was from Carbondale. Ozzy Baywatch said boom boom 300.
Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, are
Said I'm surprised
freaking
that you allow big
awesome.
trucks like you drive up in little tiny hollers like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Like W.
Thank you so much for over
Said
300
US
thumbs
58
up.
in Virginia. Hold my beer.
Right here at the Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate
said
it.
this is like the Autobahn. Lori G. said for sure Texas lady.
Snatch some
Amber
salt from the salty
said way to
crew.
go Misfits.
Butter up that
I
popcorn.
also Devo.
Enjoy
said Cats.
the rest of the
I remember
ride.
that commercial. Hank said the company's a law that I'm just surprised. Jamie Nova.
Now we
said
do
300
love the Misfits
Duck,
around
duck,
here.
Go fast. Said truck speed.
How much
limit
do we
20.
love the Misfits?
It's a bear trap.
Freaking bunches.
WYOBT. Said eyes pink heart-shaped popcorn yellow striped smile. DR. Said I really puckered at the bridge buddy LOL.
Oh, that bridge got me, man. That Lord have mercy. I about seen white when we hit that bridge.
Lori G. said hey VR. Buddy Reed said click it or ticket.
Speed limit 60. Hey, look, we're on 4 lanes, man. Good God. I didn't think I'd ever be so happy as in my life as to see a 4-lane as I was
John
tonight.
J. Gubbins Jr. said it's Drew Locker's bedtime.
Lord have mercy, man. It's been a minute since I've been on a road like that.
WYOBT.
I mean, it's been a
said
minute.
VR Jeezy.
I'm smiling from freaking ear to ear right now. I probably look like the Joker driving down through here.
Said hi Lori BT. Jamie Nova. Said Hara. Ozzy Baywatch. Said all downhill now.
All down. Oh, man. What a drop off over there. Carbondale, PA, according to the GPS, is where we're at right now.
WYOBT. Said I was holding my breath for you, Bobby.
I tell you, I was holding my breath in a few spots.
Said Bobby wins the day. Gary Watson. Said a couple minutes LOL. David Dancy. Said hi Bobby and all.
David, how you doing? That would have been an awesome daytime
Said
drive.
there's all the Dollar Generals LOL.
That would have been an awesome daylight drive. Maybe. It would. I mean, it would have been just as bad on my side. Daylight or dark, it would have still been just as bad, but it would have been a great view.
David Dancy Said good time. Jamie Nova. Said oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
LLK 517. Said it could have been worse.
It could have been.
Raining.
Right. It's true that.
Said LOL, that's not the worst road Pennsylvania has.
That's not the worst road I've been on, but
Jamie Nova. Said it's really nice in the fall.
I've been on worse.
John J. Gubbins Jr. said imagine being a police officer patrolling these roads at night. Talk about being bored. Jamie Nova. Said when the leaves change.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on roads where the truck traffic was, roads like that, but more truck traffic.
Nolan Bremer said I thought all underpasses had to have a sign with the clearance posted.
They're supposed to.
Said doing any rail fans soon.
I don't know, man. I can only do
Said
those when I get the opportunity.
Better not see, you might see things in the light you don't like.
And there's very few places where I know that I can do them at. All the rest of them is just if I luck into them.
Deborah Warner said hello there, Bobby, and the ride along gang misfits got home from church.
Deborah, how you doing? missed the first part.
Said cats. And a t-shirt.
My eyeballs are blinking together now. The pupils, they move together and they blink off and on together now.
Said I know I do my shopping once a month and every time I go to Walmart it's a big shock to me, but I can imagine everybody going every week going to the store and that's a shocker.
See, before they was blinking off from each other and the pupils was moving different from each other, but now they're in
Said
sync.
I do like those eyes, Bobby.
Yeah, they're in sync now, which is pretty cool. Looks a lot better since they're in sync.
Gary Watson. Said LOL lost me for a second. Jamie Nova. Said that's called REM sleep, Bobby. Edward S. Said Bobby was on a forest service that was paid. Deborah Warner. Said alright, I hope you have a little video so I can see it, LOL.
See what? The
Jamie
eyes?
Nova. Said oh, on your truck I get it.
Yeah, the ones on the
CW
windshield.
Nature Shark. Said was it hard to get them synchronized?
They sync themselves. They finally sync.
Elizabeth M.
They sync themselves.
Said hi Bobby and Misfit gang. William.
Hello, Elizabeth M.
Said good evening everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
Medicated crazy. Said went back and looked at the bridge. Wow, those were some low trusses.
Yeah, they was.
Duck duck go fast. Said the eyes are now a boy band called NSYNC.
Insane.
Said my friend at a church looked at my phone and he said I have the pictures and stuff that I need to remove. That's what's taking all the space. I've been deleting pictures, at least working on it. Jamie Nova. Said I was like, if your eyes are blinking, you should probably pull over. Richard Bishop.
No, not my eyes. My
Said Bobby
windshield
Main
eyes.
Street in FOX Lake, Illinois would be a good place for a one-wheel ride.
Heck yeah.
Elizabeth M. Said doing good. Thanks. William. Said what town are we approaching?
We're in
We're
in Archbald.
Elizabeth.
Archbald or Archbald, PA, I think.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said has anyone heard from Eddie lately? Is he okay?
Hadn't heard from him in about a month.
Gary Watson. Said Chigger Ridge. Elizabeth
Chigger
M.
Ridge.
Said hand pink waving raptor.
I gotta clean my windshield when we get to the delivery. This is a two-stopper, so I'll be shutting this stream down a few minutes before we get to the delivery, and starting the next stream up after they get me unloaded and headed to the next delivery, because it's due in the morning.
Jamie Nova. Said 1.5 hours Ada.
1.5 hours.
Richard
Yeah.
Bishop. Said hi there Elizabeth M. and Gary Watson. Deborah Warner. Said okay.
Well, a little over an hour. Yeah. About an hour and 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like that.
Said hi Elizabeth. Jamie Nova. Said ETI.
Yeah, ETA.
Elizabeth M.
Gotcha.
Said hand pink waving Richard. Gary Watson. Said hi and Richard Bishop. WYOBT. Said Elizabeth Misfit. Deborah Warner. Said hi everyone. I can't name everybody all because I don't remember, but hello there.
Hello.
Jamie Nova. Said estimated time of arrival.
Yeah, gotcha.
Elizabeth
Gotcha,
M.
gotcha.
Said hand pink waving.
I caught it the first time
Hey.
when she said Eda.
Said I might be sleeping
tips were on that. It'll probably be
Said hi to
2 o'clock in the morning.
Clint W. Said must be the Scranton Metro. Deborah
Yeah, I
Warner.
think it is the Scranton Metro.
Said I do remember Bobby's name, LOL. Patty Rowe. Said thanks for the heads up, Bobby. Much appreciated.
Yeah, well,
Hank. Said I probably won't be back until tomorrow, but I'm going to stay on this one as long as I can.
10 for well, man.
Elizabeth M.
We still got about an hour and a half ish
WYOBT people hugging. Jamie Nova.
left on this one.
Said Meg drives me crazy. LLK 517.
Meg drives who crazy?
Said it's hard to tell how far in the distance those lights are. Deborah Warner. Said 2 a.m. got you. Lori G. Said Jeepsy Elizabeth. Richard Bishop. Said good evening Clint W. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said Meg does that Jamie. Clint W. Said hey Richard B. William. Said Mr. Bobby, this is the coolest stream. I like the chat interpreter and all your cool sound effects.
Well, thank you.
Lori
Thank
G.
you.
Said hi Deborah.
I didn't mean to hit that twice.
Said time coming to the parking safely. As always, Bobby and Chad heartily misfits. / don't forget to read a chapter of Stephen King before you rest.
Alright, well, I appreciate stopping in, hanging in. We'll catch you next
Said
time
happy
around.
lunch. Banana strawberries.
Banana strawberries.
And date loaf slice.
Dang it.
Lucky I'm not a vegan.
Right?
D.O.
For
also
real.
D.O. Said later cats. William. Said that trips me out when you do that. Clint W.
Well, how about this one?
Said the screaming lady one still gets me. LLK 517. Said good night Columbus. Take care. Deborah Warner. Said Bobby the cat never got to feel myself out of the sewer because I forgot to scrub myself. Also rolling on my Clint W. Said later's cats. Elizabeth M. Said later Wampus Misfit. Steve Knapp. Said Bobby, this run is just like last one in Hog. Deborah Warner. Said I love your sound effects. Deborah Warner.
Dang it,
Said
man.
David the screaming lady. It might be Tasha screaming, right? LOL. King of Mix 7.
Somebody might be
Said
empty.
LMAO. Duck duck go fast. Said even though Starlink was struggling for part of it.
It did struggle. It did
On
struggle.
cellular, we would have just gotten buffer low the whole time.
Yeah, if we'd have been on cellular, they wouldn't have been.
Said hey,
Nothing on that
Amazon's
video.
delivering happiness. William. Said duck LOL.
I shouldn't have had the racing sound. I should have had the po-po sound.
Jamie Nova. Said yeah, no seal. Clint W. Said no good crime stuff on board. LLK 517. Said I had an Amazon driver scream at the window at me at an intersection today. I have no idea why. She must have been off medication.
Maybe.
Richard Bishop. Said Lori G. Charlie, the mouse scampered by my table at Mariano's Cafe, twitched his nose and said hi. King of Big 7. Said finally be interesting. Ozzy Baywatch.
I tell you what, man.
Said payback a bee. Mark Trejo. Said Mr. Bobby about get on Interstate 81.
About to.
King of Big 7. Said dang Amazon took off.
Yeah, they did.
Andy
Must be
C.
light or empty.
Said I went out to smoke and come back. You found the highway.
Heck yeah.
Deborah Warner.
Finally.
Said that's right, we all have to remember.
What'd you do,
how
have
we
a
got
cigar?
ducked, LOL.
We've been on the highway for a minute
Elizabeth
now.
M.
A few minutes.
Said LOL and put put. Jamie Nova. Said LLK 517. Was it an Amazon driver or a third party? Inspecting gadgets. Said your tractor is chugging.
Yeah.
Kryanka. Said howdy everybody. Deborah Warner. Said smiling face with 3 hearts. Smiling face with 3 hearts. Lori G. Said Richard, oh my gosh. A mouse. LLK 517. Said at Jamie Nova they were driving Amazon delivery van. Mark Trejo.
The delivery van.
Said hi Lori. Jamie Nova. hi Priyanka face red heart shape. Jamie Nova. Said Amazon employs a lot of independent contractors. Priyanka. Said hi Lori G. Lori G. Said hi Martin. Richard Bishop. Said hi there Priyanka. Priyanka. Said doing fine, thanks. King of Pick 7. Said hello Priyanka. Andy C. Said don't like cigars. WYOBT. Said N. The mouse has a name. LOL Richard. Priyanka. Said hey Richard Bishop. Jamie Nova. Said Priyanka face. Alice Usher. Said hi Lori G. WYOBT. Said hi Priyanka Biscuit. Priyanka. Said hi King of Picks. King of Picks 7. Said Priyanka missed the Horror Road film. LOK 517. Said I just hope she doesn't deliver my packages in the future. It was near my neighborhood.
Right,
Lori G.
right. Dang
Said
it,
hi
man.
Alice. Hank.
Imagine
Said
that.
the town below is lit up. Priyanka. Said hi guys, I hope you're all well. Thank you for the warm welcome. WYOBT. Said hello Alice. Richard Bishop. Said Lori G. They set out traps for him, but he's smart, he evaded them. Priyanka.
He just laughs
Said
at
what
him.
did I miss King of Pigs LOL.
Oh, you missed the first hour of the stream.
Said the only thing
It was
we smoked here
intense.
is weed. They were out smoking a brisket.
It was intense driving. Yeah, that's Grizzle Jack driving. That's exactly what that was. Grizzle Jack driving.
Alice Usher. Said hi WYOBTS. Priyanka. Said what happened. Elizabeth M.
You just have to check it
Said
out.
Grizzlejack. Matt
It's
Daddy.
just the roads that we was on.
Said smoke duck duck.
I mean, nothing
Priyanka.
happened.
Said oh lot LOL.
It's just the roads that we was on.
Said I saw that on one video he called it Grizzlejack.
Grizzle Jack time.
Nolan Bremer. Said pucker power driving. WYOBT. Said you have to go back and watch. Creepy Plumping Road. Lori G. Said Priyanka it was cool.
This truck looks like it's leaning a little bit.
Inspecting gadgets. Said no matter where you are driving, you always seem to have someone in chat that lives nearby.
I know, right?
King of Pick 7.
We got so many people that
Said
watch
the hills
us.
have eye scenery.
It's pretty easy.
Buddy Reed. Said he was coming ready or not.
Yeah, he was.
General Warner. Said I like the one that you went around the truck and then you popped your face like a balloon and it ended up in bubbles. I was laughing so hard I watched it several times.
Which one was that?
WYOBT. Said cool now that it's over LOL.
Yeah, cool now that it's
Alice
over.
Usher. Said hi Deborah. Super truck car. Said road. More like pig trail LOL.
Yeah.
Lori G. Said BT. Deborah Warner. Said hi Alice.
It's been a minute since I've been on a road like that. Like I say, you know, back
Said so many follow this stream across the country and across the world.
when Tasha first got on the truck with me, we ran a lot of roads like that.
7.
Not, I mean,
Said we was on the Amish parkways. General Warner. Said hi Lori G.
not just like, you know,
Richard Bishop.
every day or every other day, but
208 thumbs up.
we run quite a few roads like that.
Lori G. Said hi Deborah. Deborah Warner. Said I can't remember, I guess I'm going to have to watch it again, but you were around the truck and they were talking and then you popped in and went to the driver's side. I guess I'm going to have to look.
Huh.
Aussie
Interesting.
Baywatch.
There's no telling.
Said Richard. 318. King of Pick 7.
318, let's go.
Said trolls won't dare to go on those roads.
Right. They they don't have permits to cross the borders.
Tough, go fast. Said you don't do that much rural East Coast to find roads like that. Most of your rural is farm and ranch land.
Yeah. Big difference in them, in those two rural roads. Big difference.
William. Said got ya. Richard Bishop. Said hello there Aussie Baywatch. Thanks for the update. Duck, go fast. Said Bobby can't speak Canadian A.
Eh? Man, I tell you what.
Said what state are you in?
We're in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Said was that white knuckle branch like the ones that cattle won't cross? Elizabeth said A.
It was no. I mean, cattle probably wouldn't cross it on account of because they could see through them holes.
Said hi Frank.
But it's not the same as the cattle guards. I don't know why it was even like that for. They probably wouldn't cross it just because they could see through it.
Said hi Junior.
It was a graded section in the bridge is what it was. Like a graded bridge where you could see through. That's what it was. But cattle probably wouldn't go across that. I don't know if they would or not. Because they say that's why cattle don't go across the cattle guards, is because they can see the hole. It doesn't have anything to do with the width of the openings. It's just because they can see the hole. Or not see the hole, something like that.
Bobby and Chad.
Baby Blue, how you doing?
Buddy Reed. Said okay. It looked a little like one.
Yeah, it was a graded opening.
Said hello there, William. Patty Rowe. Said how often do you not live stream, Bobby?
If I'm driving, Patty,
said hi, baby.
I'm live.
Jamie Nova. Said hi, Frank.
As long as I'm driving, I'm live.
The fans might shock them if they try to get out. William.
And
said hi,
I'm generally driving every day.
Richard Bishop. Said hi again, baby blue. Hank. Said I meant to say fence.
I don't know what you meant, what you said about the fence. Shocking.
Baby blue 80. Said hey Lori and Richard. Patty Rowe. Said thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, you're welcome. And how much more of this 55-mile-an-hour zone do we got?
Mac Daddy. Said having some apple strudel.
Apple strudel.
Desert
I
Brown.
don't know if I like that or
Said
not.
I've been on roads in Texas. Cattle guards were painted on the pavement.
Yeah, they'll paint them on the pavement too.
Said I had to come.
And that still
Bobby
works.
was okay, LOL.
Yeah, I'm okay now. Better now.
Deborah Warner. Said there was one that somebody had bounced, and I don't know if it was you or a recording, and then I found the one where you made yellow snow, LOL, and there's more.
The yellow snow? Yeah, that was one with the yellow snow.
Said would you rather be on the scary road? Baby 80.
Then this road? No.
Said not getting Thunderdome so much hot, LOL. Centerfield 100. Said hello, young and famous Bobby, eyes on and ready to roll, and right along gang.
Centerfield, how you doing? Ozzy Baywatch was in here doing the Thunderdome a minute ago.
Said hi, Deborah Warner, face red heart shape.
Oh, so we got 68 miles left to go. who Ollie Grizzlejack though. I don't know who he got. I know he got one or two people.
Said thank you, everyone is so cool and kind to me. Thank you, smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. Hank said you were talking about the cattle getting out of the fence, and I said if they tried to get out of the fence, it won't the fence shock them.
Oh no. I wasn't talking about him trying to get out of the fence. I was talking about Buddy asked me about the one bridge that had that grate that ran across it, if it was the same thing as a cattle guard. And I said it's kind of similar. It's not the same thing, but it would probably have the same effect on them, simply because they could see through it. And then Desert Rat mentioned that there's places that has them painted on the road, and that's true. There is places that has them just painted rather than actual cattle guards, and those work too, supposedly. That wasn't an expansion joint.
Said hi, Mac Daddy. Enjoy your strudel.
That was an open grate.
Said were you born and raised, Bobby? Can't place your accent.
Tennessee.
Richard Bishop.
Tennessee.
Said Bobby, I rode the Greyhound bus once from Binghamton, New York, down through Scranton and Wilkes-Barre down to Washington, D.C. Deborah Warner.
But that was an enjoyable ride.
For you since the day I went to an appointment in the afternoon and you rested for a couple of days and or I missed you.
Yeah, I was off yesterday after getting to the delivery and ended up setting the rest of the day till this morning. And then I had that 34-hour restart last week.
Deborah Warner. Said Waika.
I shouldn't have too many more 34-hour restarts. I don't know. Once summer hits, or spring, right at the end of spring, there won't be no more 34-hour restarts at all until next winter.
Deborah Warner. Said that's what I thought, thank you.
Yeah, and when I do 34 restarts, I generally don't stream. Unless I'm somewhere where I can do the one wheel. Now, if I'm somewhere where I can do the one wheel, I'll do that. I will do that. Or if I'm somewhere where I can fish, then I'll do that. But that's not always possible.
Richard Bishop.
Usually when I do a 34 restart, it's
and the fall colors were breathtaking.
out in the middle of nowhere.
80. Said, hey Dennis. Juan Diego Santos. Said, you going home Thursday?
No.
William. Said, Bobby, I enjoyed your ride home through Tennessee down to your town. I watch off and on, but never really chatted. I used to live across the border at Clayton, Georgia.
Clayton, Georgia?
Deborah Warner. Said, because you don't have to worry about the winter, you know, the ice, the snow, and the stuff that goes on during the winter. Lori G.
Yeah, that last fishing attempt, it was, I don't know that there was any fish in it. Maybe not. I don't like the fact that I broke my fishing pole. That's what I didn't like.
G. Said, here you go, Bobby, good evening. Here is a thumbs up it for you.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you.
Elizabeth M. Said, why are 34-hour restarts only in winter?
That's just the slower time of the year. And it's not necessarily winter. You know, because right now, we're in spring right now.
Mac Daddy. Said, all the fish eaten up by the alligators.
Probably.
Priyanka. Said, 0 fish LOL.
Yeah, I don't
How
think...
did you break your fishing pole?
I think it was
missed that.
I think it was a gator.
Gene. Said, city lights coming up, how cool
fishing.
videos where they pull all kind of metal and guns out of the rivers.
Magnet fishing's
Hey.
pretty fun.
Said the gator was hungry, okay.
If you get in a spot where you're able to pick up stuff, you know, it's fun. But if you don't find the proper spots to pick up stuff, then
Gene.
it's really
Said,
not
wow,
that
what a lot
fun.
of construction going on the road Bobby is on. I think that's what it is. Priyanka. Said which gator? Deborah Warner.
It wasn't really a gator.
Said my last text I goofed. Oh well, I went to go to renew my ID and something was missing to make it more updated, so I have to go back and try again. Richard Bishop.
It wasn't really a gator. I broke it. It got hung up on
Deborah Warner.
them weeds.
Said I kind of felt bummed out because I wanted to get it done and over with. LOL. I'm Daddy. Said usually the fishing line breaks before the pole breaks. I think you did something wrong. Gene.
I might have.
Said it looks like Bobby is on one continuous exit entrance to the interstate ramp. Steve Knapp. Said hello at Richard Bishop.
I've gotten pretty good over the years at not breaking my line though.
Said yay, that turtle was smart to hide from that gator too. LOL.
Must be nice to have a good, powerful truck. Speed limit change ahead, of course. When I get my speed built up, it's going to change.
Gene. Said it looked like Bobby had been on one big exit entrance ramp to the interstate before.
It was a double exit. Toll Plaza 1 mile ahead. I skipped around two different interstates back there. Pittston, PA.
Said when you do fish fishing, have you ever pulled up a snake? Last time I went, I had a fish with a water moccasin put into the fish, so I got both. Richard
A
Bishop.
snake, no. Turtle,
Said
yeah.
one time I went fishing near Biloxi and the stupid crabs kept stealing my bait. Priyanka. Said I'll take a toll plaza over a troll plaza any day. Double AA trucking. Said I'm back Bobby, I'm going to be larking as I fall asleep, had a long day.
Damn, for a man. I don't blame you, man.
Aussie Baywatch. Said 333 make a wish.
333, make a wish.
Said is your truck set to not go over 70 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Elizabeth M. Said are restarts required by dot or company? Aussie Baywatch.
Restarts are required
Said
by
G'day Atlantis.
DOT, yeah. If you pass your time up. If you don't pass your time up, then you don't have to take one.
Said Atlantis has hit the pause up button.
Thank you, thank you.
Elizabeth M. Said okay, thanks. 8. Said you're done Haber danger open. Relic Robert. Said Bobby they don't make poles like they used to. I had a valid line from being in a trunk of my car and it broke as soon as I tried to straighten it out.
Dang it.
Medicated crazy. Said the upside to
Yeah, I was over there earlier.
Said good one at Richard Bishop. Xander Faith. Said it's almost my birthday, Bobby.
Almost your birthday?
Lori G.
I know, man. Happy
Said
birthday.
good evening, G. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Priyanka. This is a halfway house for trolls. LFA 517. Said time to log out of chat and head to sleep. Have a good night, Bobby.
I appreciate stopping in and hanging out.
Priyanka.
We'll catch you on the next go
Said
around.
hey, buddy. 8. Said how many more hours you driving tonight?
Well, I've got a little under an hour to the next stop, and then
Richard Bishop.
I've got to do another
Said,
stop.
the last time I fished there was when I was 17 years old.
I don't know how far. I don't know how far it is from
Said have a great night.
the first stop to the second stop.
Lori G.
That'll be a whole
Said,
different
good
stream
night,
though.
LOK 517 sweet dreams. G. Said I said what I said, Bobby, because I heard you say to another trucker, isn't it nice to have a powerful truck? Buddy Reed.
Yeah, it
Said
is.
hello WYOBT. William. Said got ya, Bobby. I live about an hour north of Biloxi at McKeevis.
About an hour north of Biloxi.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said face orange raised eyebrow. WYOBT. Said hiya, buddy Jeezy. G. Said good evening, Lori. Get to see you.
.390 feet in altitude. According to the truck, we got 39 degrees at 10:54 in the PM. Did Lori see us? Say her birthday's in a couple of days.
Lori G. Said great to see you too, G. D.I. Lawson D.O. Said hey, Priyanka. Andy C. Said well, I'm off to bed. See y'all later.
Alright, Andy, appreciate stopping in, hanging in.
Said hi, Lori C.O. Lori C.O. Said Priyanka. Lori G. Said good night, Andy. WYOBT. Said yay, Lori C.O. party face. D.I. Lawson D.O. Said later, Andy. Priyanka. Said good night, Andy. Edward S. Said question. How many gallons of DEF do you hold? Buddy
GF?
Said see ya, Andy.
It's like 20-ish.
Said hey, Bobby, better late than never. What is that, a wind turbine farm?
Nah, not wind turbines, no.
Said hope everyone has a good night and be safe. Lisa will be lurking as I
Those
fall
are like
asleep.
radio towers
Thank you
or
for the great support
something like
today.
that.
G. Said Lori G. Good to see you. I meant to post. Lori C.O.
It's either 20 or 25 on the DEF, I'm not sure.
LOL.
I think it's actually 25, but I generally don't let it get that low. Right lane closed ahead.
Alice Usher. Said good night, Bobby and the Biscuits.
Alright, Alice, appreciate you stopping in, hanging in. We'll catch you next time around.
Priyanka. Said good night, Alice. Double A trucking. Said most handsome depth is 25.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Lori
thinking,
G.
25.
Said good night, Alice.
I kind of think mine's 22, though. I don't know.
WYOBT. Said have a good night, Tony.
I know this truck uses more DEF than the Freightliner did. It seems like, it may not, but it seems like it does.
Said Bobby, when you first started in trucking, were you trained on the manual transmissions?
Yeah, they didn't have autos when I first
Said
started
good night,
driving.
Lori. Fred Redman. Said no, not what you're looking at now. You passed it about a minute ago. Went all the way across the highway, red lights flashing together. Looked like a wind turbine farm.
It might have been the airport, man. It might have been the
Said
airport.
take care, Alice. Edward S. Said I recall your DEF level sensor went bad a wheel after you got it.
Yeah, like 10,000 miles. It went out. driving trucks. You couldn't, manuals was about all you could get. The autos was, in order to get an auto, you had to do.
Said, what kind of truck do you have, Booby?
Did you call me Booby?
Said GM Priyanka. William.
I don't know if you could even get autos back then.
When the autos first came out, I didn't think they would go over good because all the old timer truckers didn't want to use them.
Yeah.
Richard Bishop. Said Lori G and crew, I'm calling it a day. Watch out for the blowflies, ha 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 lol. Priyanka. Said, how long have you been trucking, Bobby?
I got my license in 1999.
Said, sorry, Bobby.
I'm messing with you.
Said, I've been told that I'm not a real truck until I've been driving a manual for 15 years and drove over 1 million miles. I just shake my head and laugh. Jamie Nova. Said, our new Volvos and Freightliners had emissions problems right at less than 6K on the odometer. Lori G. Said, good night, my friend Richard. Alice Usher. Said, GMW to BTS.
I don't know where this lane closure's at.
William. Said, I drove for a while in the late 1990s, but I got in a wreck, so I decided it wasn't for.
Yeah.
Priyanka. Said, night Richard. Deborah Warner. Said, I thought my audio was bad. The audio said, Booby lol, I know we're all joking around, I love it.
Good Lord, that car scared
said,
me.
Bobby has a Kenworth T680 with a Cummins engine.
Yeah, Kenworth T680, sorry about that.
Said, I have auto only, but want to get my manual endorsement just to have it. Most fleets are auto these days.
Yeah, most of them are auto. It's hard to find
said,
manuals
1 o'clock in
now.
Australia.
1 o'clock in
time.
Australia.
Virtual Traveler. Said, autos went to established company drivers only when necessary. Deborah Warner. Said, hey Bobby, did you have to peel yourself off with the roof of the truck again, lol?
I did when we went under that bridge. I actually had to do it a little bit different, but I'm not going to say how it was. Not yet, not now. Maybe. Wilkes-Barre, yeah, that's where we're at. Wilkes-Barre.
William. Said, when I went to trucking school in 1996, the school had some old job hunt pullovers that were bought at an auction. Alice Usher.
School I went to, they had like a Volvo, an International,
Said, so you had to hang on to your life and then try to find your way to
a
get back in the seat and
GMC,
about
I
yourself up
think,
again,
maybe a
so
Ford.
the next time you don't peel yourself off the roof of your truck, lol. Me. Said, Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre. I don't know, it was a Ford or a GMC. It might have been
Deborah
both.
Warner. Said, I don't know what happened with the two last words.
They used those for the backing up, and then they had the Volvos
Said, morning me.
that they used for out on the road driving.
Said, hi me. Jamie Nova. Said, we got it.
I actually trained in a Super 10.
Overs and 1 Freightliner nose.
Oh,
Me.
cab overs. Okay.
Said, morning Lori.
Missed that the first time.
Me.
I've driven
Said,
cab
morning
overs.
Lori.
I just not over the road.
Said, yeah, I just looked it up right by the interstate. Must have been the airport, Bobby, thank you.
Yeah, I think it was the airport. I'm pretty sure.
Said, last fall Bobby got excited at the Kenworth Service Center when they had an 18-speed conventional with the giant front grille.
Yeah. I said 15 speed, but it was actually the 18 speed.
Virtual Traveler. Said, all we had were Freightliner and company I was training with.
You can tell by the splitter on the side what the speed is, you know, whether it's 13, 15, or 18.
Me. Said, morning Jamie.
I just got it mixed up. I don't even remember what color it was now. did.
Said he wanted to at least drive it in the parking lot.
One of them was
Although it was
Ottawa,
red.
and the other one was a
Ozzy Baywatch.
capacity.
Said g'day it be myself and I.
And then, right before I stopped working with him, he got one of the Calmars.
Me. Said time for bed and stuff. Just wanted to come in and say morning.
Bedtime,
Y'all have a great morning and stuff.
I mean, appreciate stopping in, hanging out. We'll catch you on the next go around. Stupid bright lights.
Said good Thursday after morning Baywatch.
Good Thursday afternoon.
Said Calmar sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's Calmar.
Said morning buddy. Me. Said morning AO. Lori G. Said good night me. Medicating crazy. Said where at work we have all of them running around.
All of
Me.
them.
Said morning WYO.
I don't remember the difference between the Calmar and the capacity. I don't, other than it rode different. You know, it was a little bit smoother. It wasn't as rough of a ride.
WYOBT. Said I'll get some sleep. Fred Redman. Said where you're headed almost back to King of Prussia.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Medicated crazy.
What's
Said the new
Allentown?
Calmars are all composite cabs. Super truck bar.
I've seen the ones that's all electric.
Trucks yard too, or dogs.
Them suckers are quiet.
William.
The electric
Said there was
ones.
a company that I drove OTR for that had a Kenworth with a snake-looking 13-speed ship stick. Ozzy Baywatch. Said got scammers on the phone. Someone to claim them.
Scammers on the phone. Go Thunderdome 'em. Up in those mountains.
Jamie Nova. Said super tractor, we call them awesomes. Medicated crazy. Said yet to see the electric ones. Would like to peek under the hood of one.
I wonder what they look like under the cab. They're freaking quiet though, man. I tell you that. They are quiet.
Buddy Reed. Said kept them running as long as you can Aussie.
That just ain't no joke,
Jamie
man.
Nova. Said I'm a yard jockey and CDL driver.
Holster driver.
Ozzy Baywatch. Said Thunderdome and scammer. Baywatch totally stuffed his day. Jamie Nova. Said hustler.
Hostler. Hostler. I don't need that.
Said did you ever see those Freightliner Argosy that has the door open and a ladder with folding
it did have power. That son of a gun would drag a fully loaded trailer across the parking lot with the brakes, locked up on it. It would drag the tires flat. That son of a gun did have power. But now I just drove that. I didn't drive it over the road. It was a day cab.
Right, said son of a gun.
It might have been about an hour before I got back home or realized that he was live again and popped back in. and he's running, I try to pop in there as much as possible. I just don't, like I said, I just don't get to pop in every day.
Said yeah.
Said
I have to Thunderdome you more.
Yeah, Baby Blue got me. It was either earlier today or yesterday. I think it was earlier today.
Said Cascadia was designed from the Western Star 49.
I was like, what the crap is that? And then you got me.
We have to hit the hay, Bobby. Have a wonderful, safe night.
Alright, Eric, appreciate you stopping in, hanging out. We'll catch you next time around. Yeah, it was earlier today she got me. As soon as I went in, she got me with it. And then when I went back in and you was in there, you got me with it. As soon as I went in, I was like, dang it, man, what's up with this?
William, so I've heard.
Everybody's kidding me.
Aussie Baywatch. Said bit of fun.
Yeah.
Edward S.
It does add a little fun to
said
the
they make Western Stars across the bridge from me in Portland, Oregon at the Freightliner assembly plant on Swan Island.
Swan Island. Jim Thorpe, exit 87. Dang it. I didn't realize we was that close.
Aussie Baywatch. Said he had over 200 peaks.
Yeah, was 201 was the highest I think that I seen. He had 8.8K views on that video.
Aaron. Said welcome to Allentown. Aussie Baywatch. Said 208. I see no K.
208. Can't follow me. That's pretty good though. Cause I mean, glad to see he's getting some reach out there.
Aussie Baywatch. Said vertical a lot of phone users.
Yeah. Yeah, vertical it is good for the reach. And it's good for the subscriber count too, but it's weird that they don't transfer over from verticals to wides. That just goes to show you that the vertical group, that's what they want to watch, is vertical videos.
Aaron. Said boom. WIOBT. Said a lot of interesting folks in there usually.
Yeah.
Edward S. Said well we're living here in Allentown and they're closing all the factories down. Billy Joel. Super truck car. Said I've missed more streams than I've caught lately, but I do go in with the thumbs up.
Thank you. I need to do some more verticals, but I don't think that I will. Not driving anyway. But they don't, man. They don't.
WYOBT said hi again, Baywatch.
weirdos that fall in love with the screen, and they constantly know where they're at.
Said I watched this Canadian trucker. Nice fella. Speak English and French. Some nice scenery. Edward S. Said I've seen parts of this country I've never seen thanks to Bobby. In Lucky here in the Northwest. Everything is flat east of Denver, LOL. Said I don't travel around like I used to.
y'all doing with y'all's roads around here? Do we got a tunnel coming up, or is it like off the exit?
Said William, is that Dallas, Pennsylvania? Deborah Warner said, Yepper, I noticed. Trucker Zeus said, I felt that in Wisconsin.
No doubt, man.
WYOBT said, I saw a photo of Albuquerque from the air. It has a crazy looking highway interchange too.
Albuquerque, yeah. I don't know, maybe there's not a tunnel coming up. I'm not sure. Been a minute since I've been through here, I think.
Edward S. said, I've never seen green lights on utility vehicle before.
Really? That's quite
Chris
popular.
Harris said, Lehigh Tunnel in a few miles.
Lehigh Tunnel's
William
coming up, okay. Can't
Said,
vote.
Buddy Dog, I was talking about Dallas,
Appreciate it,
Texas,
Chris.
where I-30, 35, 45, Highway 75 converge at downtown.
Lehigh Valley, okay, yeah.
Desert Rat said, Aussie Road Train Adventures goes live, but usually to talk. Edward S. said, only Amber here in the Northwest.
Interesting. I thought they had green up in the Northwest.
Buddy Reed said, okay, William, because we are in Pennsylvania. Trucker Zeus said on 70.
476.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, LOL, buddy. William said, I know Buddy R. Someone mentioned Dallas. Sorry for the confusion. Trucker Zeus said, thank you, sir.
You are welcome. I love when you tell people that we're going to buffer for just a second to switch from Starlink to whatever. I like all this buffer. I'm not coming back. Or they'll pop back in right when it's time to switch it back. Tunnel coming up. Lizard Creek. mercy.
Said Hitty Misfit Dennis.
All right,
Price
see,
of
like I
coral.
said, everybody come back
Said I
in
love tunnels.
when it's time to switch back
D.
over.
Also Devo. Said we.
So we're gonna buffer again while I switch this back
Said
over to
hi, Laura
Starlink.
G. D. I'm also D.O.
Be right back. I think. See, but that's what I was saying. Everybody disappears until it's time to switch back,
Said
and
hi, Bobby.
then everybody starts rolling back in.
Said I always wonder how they make those tunnels and even they're building them. And felt that Bobby. Fred Redman. Said I looked it up that was called Blue Mountain.
No. I don't, that wasn't Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain's a double tunnel.
Ozzy Baywatch. Said they have a new series of train maintenance on the TV. Mainly for coal and iron ore mines.
Thingy, pretty sure. I don't know, I didn't look up the name. The sign said Lehigh though.
Fred Redman. Said that was called the Lehigh Tunnel.
Yeah, Lehigh. So we got a few more miles left on this stream. I'm gonna shut it down. Get to unload at this first stop, and then for the late nighters, the overnighters, as soon as I get unloaded,
Desert Rat.
start the next stream up.
Said Ozzy, I watched a documentary down under how aluminum is made
And,
to the final product.
Head on down to Maryland.
G. Said Bobby, will you make Philadelphia tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not going to Philadelphia.
Said thank you, sir, for all you do. This
What?
is so exciting to me.
Thank you,
To see
Linda.
all you go through.
Oh, I'm here every day. I show everything except for the pickups and deliveries.
WYOBT. Said hi to Gene Jeetsy.
And some of the deliveries I show, just not many of them. first stop and the second stop, but
Fred
I
Redmond
think I'm supposed to be there by
said I
5.
missed the deliveries, but I enjoy everything you show Bobby. Really enjoyable rides. Said I misunderstood the title of the live a few days ago and had been under the impression that Bobby we were going to ride through Philadelphia.
Oh, it was in Philadelphia the day before yesterday. We did do a delivery in Philadelphia. We finished that one up. Went on up to New York for a second delivery, and then New York for a pickup. Now we're coming back down to Pennsylvania for this delivery, and then after I get done with this delivery, I'll be starting another stream up and headed on down to Maryland, which shouldn't be too awful long.
Said we're on an empty. Are you stopping after this drop?
I'm not stopping after this. I'm shutting the stream down.
Enjoy the ride today.
But as soon as they get me unloaded, I'll be starting the next stream up, which hopefully shouldn't be no more than an hour or two, because I think I'm supposed to be in Maryland by 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like Elton or something like that, Maryland. I think Elton. I mean, it may just be a 30-minute break in between streams. I don't know.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following. We finally got a follower. Look at that. It may just take 30 minutes.
Bobby, I can't stay up all night. Have a safe trip. I know it's safe as you can be.
All right, Gene. Appreciate stopping in. Hanging out. We'll catch you next time around. But it may be an hour. It may be an hour and a half. I don't know how long it'll take them to unload me at this stop. Which I believe that building right there is where we're going to, I think.
Said catch you another time, Lauren G. CW
God, all them trucks
said
out there.
Elton's empty.
Elkins, yeah, it might be Elkins. I'm not 100% sure.
Said have a good night, G. See you later.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
Lauren Warner said fuck Bobby is still going.
I'm going to be going all night. I got another delivery after this one.
I'm awesome, Devo. Said yes, Lauren.
Look, there'll be a break between the streams. This one I'm about to sign off on.
Said well she changed her name back. LOL.
Back to Law and Order. I like it better, Law and Order.
I'm also Devo.
The Law and Order
Said
didn't
Lauren,
sound right.
you're up past your bedtime.
broker was like, "Oh, this is a 2-stopper." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I can't give you any TA for the Maryland drop." I said, "Because I don't know how long it'll take them to unload me here." I said, "But," I said, "I guarantee you this."
Said, hey Bobby.
I said, "As soon as they unload me here, I'll head on down to Maryland and get there." Chuck, how you doing? 371. Thank you.
Said, hey Lauren. Jerry Kaibu said, good evening Bobby from Davison, Michigan. One of these days I'll tell you about the triangular aircraft I saw about the size of a football field that was 500 feet off the ground.
Dang it.
Steve Knapp said, Bobby, do you have another setup after second down? WYMET
No, I don't have another.
said, hi Law and Order.
Not yet.
Lauren Order said, UW, I just saw a cockroach.
I'll have to take a 10-hour break after that second delivery.
Chuck Beagle Wildcats said, night Bobby, tell Tasha hi for me.
Will do, Chuck. Will do.
Priyanka said, LOL a cockroach and 9.
I may not do anything tomorrow.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, cockroach inside or outside, that matters LOL. Lori G. said, LOL Raptor. Priyanka said, a what Raptor LOL. Lauren Order said, inside Raptor.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, UWW Lauren. Just UWW. Steve Knapp said, well, I will look for you.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. Ain't no telling, man. At this point right here, there's no telling. But I should definitely be back within an hour or two. Finish the night out. And there probably won't be any notifications go out because
Lauren Order
I've already done 3
said,
videos
hi, Priyanka.
today. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Desert Rat said, Lauren gets a boric acid, read the label.
It's crazy when the dang brokers don't even know it's a double stop.
Lauren Order said, I'll try it. That raid ain't do nothing. Desert Rat said, in powder form. Priyanka said, what do you mean by double stop?
I've got this one, and then as soon as I get done with this one, I got to drive down to Maryland.
Said, was it the same broker that gave you the loan?
It was the night shift broker, I guess. After they unload their part here at this stop, which is I'm almost at, I'll start back up and drive on down to Maryland, which I don't know how far it is.
That's better than my idea. Have to break up, comment LOL. Desert Rat said, yeah, all they have to do is walk in it. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, my idea was to kill it with fire.
Said the stop.
Said Oichi change it worked LOL. Lauren ordered. Said rat doesn't do work like that too.
It's a whole. I've got two different deliveries in the trailer right now. This delivery here will take their part, and then I'll start the stream back up after that and head down to the second delivery, and they'll get their part.
Lauren order. Said DE. Desert rat. Said duck.
Duh. Duh.
Fred Redman. Said OIC.
Yeah.
Priyanka. Said I got ya. Lauren order. Said diatomaceous earth.
So, for anybody that's staying up all night, just keep your eyes peeled for the next stream. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. Appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out.
LOL.
If you didn't get the thumbs up button on the way in, by all means, get it on the way out.
Desert rat. Said you got me.
If you're not coming back tonight, appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. Have you a wonderful rest of your night. Good night, everybody.